All right. What up? What up? What up? How you doing this evening? Let's see. All right. There we go. Feel like I took a little bit extra. All right. How's everybody doing? I see Jimmy. I see Scrog. What up? What up, fellas? All right. Jimmy. So what's up? How you doing? All right. So I am breaking bread. I have some Thai basil fried rice. Oh, it's been a Wednesday. Scrog, what's up with you, man? All right. So I have a cooler out here, and inside cooler, I have some Miller Lights. I honestly got this Thai food at the last minute. I wholeheartedly expected to be drinking my dinner tonight in the form of beer, but I decided I was getting Thai food at like 8:15, and I went and got Thai food. So basil fried rice with some shrimp and beef added. What's up, TJ? How you doing this evening? Oh yeah, number one. Oh, say well deserved. But so last week I did a brisket. This week I did a brisket, though I did it earlier today. Let's see. Scrog said he just finished light beer, and I'm about to make the classic whiskey sour with egg white for froth. Okay, can't say I've had one of those before, but mm. Blind Man Dave, he said, "What's up, Dashing everyone?" Nice. TJ said he's sleepy. I am too, actually. You know, it's crazy. So this morning I woke up at it was just after 4 o'clock. It was like 4:08 or something like that. And I rolled over and I saw my wife was already up out of bed. So I said, all right, well, I said, let me get up and go pee, right? Then I can go back to sleep comfortably. Well, she was in the bathroom. Actually, I was trying to get up and go pee before she got in the bathroom, but she was already up and in the bathroom. So I said, damn it. All right. And then I ended up going downstairs to go pee. So then I was like, all right, well, I'm already downstairs. Do I want to go back upstairs? I said, you know what? I have this brisket I can start. I said, you know what? Let me just start this brisket. So I started the brisket. Well, I trimmed and did everything for the brisket. Had the brisket on the cooker by 5 a.m. Hmm. Yeah, I can't say I've actually had something like that, but I mean, I would think that alcohol would kill any germs that you would have to worry about. Mm. This basil fried rice is still molten. George, what's up, man? How you doing? He said he just had some rotisserie chicken. Man. Mm. Did you make the chicken, George, or you pick it up from somewhere? My family told me they were tired of chicken. My wife and my daughter said, we just had chicken on Saturday. Then you turn around and made chicken again on Monday. I'm like, and? Yesterday, I made a pot roast. Those crosses nowadays is just some whiskey and a mix. Man. Rotisserie chicken is always good. I think so. KB says, happy tax day, everyone. What are you drinking to kill the pain? Miller Lite. And we luckily still get a refund. But the amount of the refund has diminished over the years as my kids have gotten older. But with the fact that we paid tuition or for tuition, that helped me out a little bit. TJ said a classic line that our parents probably told us: if you don't like it, don't eat it. Go hungry. Scrog said, I never cooked it, don't have a rotisserie, so whenever I bought it, he said it's good stuff. Yeah. I'm trying to think when the last time I made a rotisserie chicken. It's been quite a while. I've done other, whirly bird, dizzy bird things. I feel like the main thing I do on the rotisserie is the porchetta. I did something else recently. I did a pork shoulder that I cut open and butterflied it like a porchetta. Sean, what up? What's up with you, man? How you doing this evening? Don't mind me. I'm trying to eat my basil fried rice dinner. That's exactly it, Sean. That's why I haven't made a rotisserie chicken in quite a while. Sean said, is it worth the hassle to make a rotisserie chicken? For that effort, I'd rather just grab one at the store. I agree. Agreed. I mean, I can go to Sam's and buy a whole rotisserie chicken that's cooked for $5. I can't even buy 2 chickens for $5. And then I still have to invest my time, energy seasonings, as well as fuel to cook it. So I'm with you. George said he bought it. Okay. I think it's time you brought your co-host on. You're struggling. There's no co-host tonight. There's nobody here. If you're volunteering. Alton did a rotisserie brisket first. He did a rotisserie brisket a while ago. Jimmy said, go to Sunday's video and check out the difference. I will have to. She says she's taking over, but excuse me, I'll believe it when I see it. All right, let's see. YouTube. Captain Stuff Barbecue. Oh, Sazon, a bottle Rotisserie chicken. Oh yeah. Let's see here. If I play this, will you guys might not be able to see it or hear it. TJ said he's working. I'm like, come on, come on. Wait, yeah. Luke Calamatas, how you doing, sir? Mm. Lou, I was talking about the Greek guy that used to come into my job when I worked at the bank. The one whose last name was Soteropoulos, and everyone who I say that to is like, wow, that effortlessly rolls off your tongue. Yeah. Yeah, it's just Soteropoulos. I was talking about how I randomly met his grandson at the range a few months ago. So, all right, quick story. I can never focus. So the whole thing is, Rodney, what's up, man? How you doing this evening? Oh yeah, Popo chasing, dude. The amount of sirens that come past my house is ridiculous. All right, so quick story. Up, let's see. What up, Jimmy? How
There
you?
you are.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
We good. We good.
All right.
Hanging in
So
there.
I was at the range, right? And I'm the RSO, so I'm standing on the firing line and I'm just kind of watching everybody. Well, I see this box, and there was a firearm in the box, and I see there's a name on the box, and on the box it says Soteropoulos, and I'm like, no way that says Soteropoulos. So I said, who's Soteropoulos? Right? There was three guys in front of me. I said, who's Soteropoulos? The one guy was like taken back, and he was like, me. And how did you say that correctly? I used to know this guy named Harry. I said, well, I said his name was Hippocrates, but everyone called him Harry because no one could say his name. He said, what? I said, yeah, I worked at this bank and this guy used to come in. His name was Hippocrates. I said his name was Hippocrates, but everybody called him Harry because no one could say his name was no one could say Hippocrates. And he's like, where was this? I said, Pennsylvania. He's like, where in Pennsylvania? I said, oh, it's just outside of Philly, yada yada, blah blah blah. He's like, no way, you're talking about my grandfather. And I said, what? He's like, I'm Harry, and obviously you see my last name is Soteropoulos. He's like, I'm named after my grandfather, Hippocrates. No one says his name right, and no one says our last name correctly. He's like, wow. What up, Lou?
What's up, brother? I had to come on for the Soteropoulos story.
Oh, did you not hear it? Did you hear me or no?
Oh, I did. No, I did. I did.
Oh, okay. I was about to say,
yeah.
if I need to, I'll tell you again. But it was
Oh,
so
no.
crazy. And the whole thing was, I was like, remember him talking about, going to play with his grandkids and this, that, and the other. I'm like, I wonder if you were one of his grandkids that he was talking about. I'm like, now that I think about it, you might have been a little too young. So it could have been like one of your cousins or something like that. But it's still, I'm like, what are the chances that, a state away, I read somebody's name and come to find out it was it was somebody who I used to work with or for, actually, because he used to come into my bank and he would just la 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 drop an envelope on my desk and say, do something with that. I'm like, okay.
I'll do something with it.
Man, listen, what up, Bumpy? The craziest thing was, like, there was a time when he came in and dropped like a $500,000 check, and he was like, "Oh, just put this in a CD for me." And in the 7 days or 21 days, he made more money on that CD than I made all year.
That's wild.
Mm-hmm.
That's wild, brother.
What up, Lee? Said Lee said he's checking in, my bro.
Walking
My
to the
last.
car, leaving the park. So if you see emails, now I've seen one.
All right.
I
Checking in.
gotta show you something, Dash. Hold on.
All right.
Hopefully there's light outside. I got a new toy, if you well, not really a toy, sort of. It's something for my toy.
We got accessories.
I'm on. I have no light out here though.
How was your Easter, Lou?
That was cool.
Huh?
It was cool. I have no freaking light out here. Now you can't see, can you?
Nope.
No,
I see your
can't
neighbor's
see.
lights.
I have no light. Hold on.
Just start a fire.
Yeah. Oh, you know what?
Well, that'll work.
No,
Fire
that
department
will.
shows up. They
Hold
bring
on.
plenty of light with them.
They
Oh,
do.
Hold on. Yes, they do.
Be like
Dash
me.
knows that.
Get a helicopter.
Yep.
All right. So Lee says, checking in, bro. My video last weekend did not work out. I need to learn how to edit. There's more to it than just recording. He says, hats off to you. Man, listen.
No, recording's the easy part.
That is the easy part.
That's kind of why I stopped doing the videos. Editing was, there we go. I have fire. Yeah, the fire. There we go.
Oh, dude, that's awesome.
Yeah. Amazon. It was like $200. I got it out of like a spring sale.
Nice.
Yeah, I love it. I got a decent setup back here. It's not bad. When we bought this house, there was nothing here. There was no thing. Can you see it? The table?
Not really. So I saw it when the fire was lit.
Yeah,
but I
hold
guess
on.
you put the fire out.
It's a table for the little Kamado Joe.
Oh.
My buddy I work with made it. It's pretty cool. I'll send you a picture. I'll send you a picture later.
All right.
I gotta go inside now. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm running around. This is my life. I'm constantly running. Constant. Never stops.
So Lee, the amount of times I have started a video and scrapped it because it didn't work out, and I'm like, this is not going to work out in the edit. Like, it's just this is not going to work out.
I used to live by a train station. There was a train every like 10 minutes. It was nuts.
So you guys have seen me on the side of my house, and fire trucks will roll by, ambulances will roll by. What was that video where the cops were rolling down the street? And when I was saying it, my wife was like, maybe it was ICE. Because they kept like, it seemed like they were sitting, a block off or whatever from the main street. And then they were like, and leave. And then they would come back and sit and wait and then leave again. So TJ says, do I make coleslaw? No, I have not made coleslaw. And I know a non-mayo coleslaw. If anything, I definitely do a mayo coleslaw. Bumpy, I said what's up, but we're gonna say what's up again. Actually, funny, Bumpy has a cigar in his profile picture. Since I'm sitting outside tonight and I'm not cooking, I brought cigars out with me, so I might have a cigar a little later, depending on how many beers I have. Bumpy said, just booked my second on-site cook for the year. Nice. That's what's up, man. TJ, TJ Bumpy said you can use a little more vinegar or ranch or Caesar dressing. Yeah. Maybe like a creamy Italian. That might be pretty good.
I like coleslaw. It's definitely got to have. I like mayo, but it's definitely got to have vinegar, and it's got to have a bite to it.
I've never made coleslaw, like from scratch.
I haven't made it. I use the bags, and then I just add the mayo or whatever. Because I like the red cabbage and stuff.
Sean said my main problem is people calling or texting me when I'm recording. That's when you use your phone, that is the problem. But you guys hear my phone going off, the notifications on my phone all the time in the videos. I mean, all the time. And or I'll get a notification that reminds me to turn my notifications off, and then it'll be on vibrate. And then like the video that you saw yesterday, yesterday, in the middle of the video, somebody called me and was like, "Hi, did you call this number?" No. Well, you called this number twice. I'm like, I didn't call you, ma'am. Well, this is the number. I said, maybe you dialed the wrong number. No, I just pressed redial or whatever. She said, I'm like, okay, man, like whatever you say, I didn't call you. Well, then I'm like, and then she want to get mad with me. Look, I didn't call you, lady. I'm like, Linda, listen.
If you come by, I won't call you.
I ain't call you. I don't even know you. Who's Zesty Italian? Zesty Italian.
Oh, Zesty Italian.
Oh, yeah.
Know what
Dude,
I've
I
done
swear.
before with Italian dressing? I've injected a pork butt with the Italian dressing.
So you know what you talk about that. I was talking to one of my friends.
I've injected a pork butt with
One of my friends was talking about. He was like, "Bro," my friend Andrew. He's like, "Bro, have you ever cooked chicken with Italian dressing?" I'm like, "Yes, yes."
Oh yeah, I marinate in it all the time.
Exactly. Listen,
yeah.
Growing up as a kid, my mom used to make Italian dressing chicken at once a week.
Chicken leg quarters. Chicken leg quarters with it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Dude, I wish I had $1 for every time that I had Italian dressing leg quarters. And then we used to also have, she used to take 3/4 of the bottle and put it on the chicken or in the chicken. And then the last quarter of the bottle, she would put it over top of broccoli and bake it all at the same time.
You can do a lot with Italian dressing.
Yeah, I usually, if I'm grilling vegetables, I'll usually soak them in Italian dressing.
Yeah.
I did some asparagus the other day, and my wife bought this. She bought some seasoning, and I don't even know where she got it from. It might have been Costco. And I was like, "Oh, you know what? Let's sprinkle this over some. I put some olive oil, and I sprinkled that seasoning. It was like I don't even know what it was, golden color, but and I sprinkled it over top of that asparagus. It was so damn good. And I grilled. So I went to use my Vortex, right? The grilling Vortex. I can't find my Vortex. I don't even know where the hell it is. Like, it's gone. It seems like someone took it. So, but then I ended up using the Slow and Sear, and that worked out. So I had some, like I said, I told you they were mad at me for cooking chicken on Monday after we had chicken on Saturday. I'm like, there was a day in between.
Go look
I'm
at
like,
the prices
chicken.
at the meat
How
counter.
did you do it on Saturday?
We ended up getting fried chicken on Saturday. I got chicken from someplace. I'm trying to think where. We got chicken from a place. It's called H and Chicken. And it's just like a fried chicken spot. So it wasn't anything special, but they had chicken wings on Saturday, and then they were like, my wife and my daughter, they're like, we just had chicken on Saturday, and I'm like,
well, yeah, but chicken 2 different ways. No, I agree with you. If it's 2 different ways, there's nothing wrong with that.
Not even that. I just totally forgot that we had chicken on Saturday. I was like, and so.
And your point is,
that's exactly what it was. I was like, okay. So Scrog says, does the D&D do not disturb function not work for that? So I use do not disturb for when I'm on a live stream, and that's only because I don't want to be disturbed. Almost any other time, I just usually turn my ringer down to vibrate, or the ringer down and or off, and have it on vibrate. So it'll still ring through on my watch. So I'll see different things in case there's a problem or an emergency. But when I'm doing a live stream for 2 hours, I have my phone set to do not disturb, just because I still get text messages. I still get notifications when people walking around the house or at my mother-in-law's house. So I just turn all of those off. So I'm not. I won't say constantly, but I'm not checking my phone. Steven! He says, "Hey, yo, that's Jimmy and family. Good evening." So I found it funny. So Scrog, you're here. So Steven also commented that you should keep squeezing the riveter and it'll pop the rivet, like the stud of the rivet out. And I'm like, listen, it was my first time. So you guys, there you go. This is the cut that I got on my hand after I was using the handle and I took my hand out and I like immediately cut my hand.
And I
But
thought when I saw that Dash has about every possible tool in the world. Well, he did have until somebody decided they needed to thin his collection out a little bit.
They definitely did.
Yeah. But I could not believe you had never used a rivet gun.
Nope. I'm gonna say I avoided it like the plague, but
I think I've got
never-
3 out there in the shop. You should have called me. Sent you one in the mail.
You also have a few years on me.
A lot of rivets. But back in the day we used a lot more rivets than people use now. That's not. I don't guess that's that common. But so where's B? Where's the Atlanta dude? Where's everybody? I don't know. We hadn't seen them in what 2 or 3 weeks at least.
B, you know what? Hold on. Let me check my phone. He may have texted me because that's what he did last week. He sent me a text message like, "Hey, not gonna make it." So no text message from B tonight, but let me hit him up.
Hit them both up. I've got something for somebody else too. I had a fine day before yesterday. You will not believe, in this little bitty town.
Who you saw or what happened?
Know what I got. I went into a little family-owned liquor store.
Mm-hmm.
And I was looking at the little corner where they had the bourbon, and they had a fancy little piece of furniture that on the top shelf they had several different kinds of bourbon. The centerpiece was Blanton's in the middle.
Really?
And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, wow. And the guy said, "Can I help you?" Well, I've known his family for ever, my whole life. I did not know him. He's a grandson of I worked with his grandfather with the county years ago. But anyway, he said, "Can I help you with something?" I said, "Well, I have a problem." He said, "What's that?" I said, "Well, I have above the top shelf bourbon taste and empty pockets." And he said, "I've got the same problem." And I'm like, "Trust me, I understand." I said, "Well, let me ask a question." And we started talking, and I told him I'd worked with his grandfather. And we started talking, and I told him, I said, "Let me ask you, I'm close enough in the family. Do you have any allocated stock?" And he said, "Oh, you do know something about bourbon." And I said, "Yeah, a little bit." And he said, "Actually, we're the only liquor store in this county that gets allocations."
Really?
And I said, "Do you ever let anybody see what you get?" And he said, "Well, let me walk back and see what we've got." So I told him of another find. I haven't gotten it yet, but I'd ordered Eagle Rare. I'd ordered a bottle of 10-year Eagle Rare. And he holds up and shows me a bottle of 10-year Eagle Rare. And I'm like, what?
Eagle Rare's good.
So we went, I start stepping closer and closer. Well, I end up right on top of him back where he's got all these boxes. And he's moving stuff out of the way and whatnot. And he starts holding up these boxes. And he said, "Well, I've got one you probably aren't going to want, but we've had it for some time. And with the money we've got invested in it," and I'm thinking the guy's got a $2,000 Pappy's
Bottle
or
of Pappy's,
some
yeah.
something. And he holds this up.
What?
This is a
What is it?
25D Stag.
25D?
Yes. 25 denotes the year. The letter denotes what quarter it came out in.
Wow.
And that's right here.
Okay.
And of course, I've already got my phone out and I'm looking at the phone. And most places, the manufactured retail is like $250 on that bottle.
Oh boy.
And so we start talking back and forth. And I'm like, well, you know, you probably aren't going to sell a bottle like that in this little town. That's just too far out of it. And he said, I would love to get rid of it. He said, make me an offer on it. I said, okay, $100.
$100.
$100. And he said, actually, we have more than that in it. And I said,
101.
okay, it's your turn. It's your turn. And he said, I could take 150. And I said, really? I said, then you could take 120. And he was like, I'll be perfectly honest with you. We got $130 in that bottle. I said, if you want your money back, I'll give it to you today. He said, sold. So I bought that bottle and it's not something I'm going to hit heavily. You know, this is something that's going to go on the top shelf, but this is a Stag Junior, which is made, it's a barrel proof. It is 129.2 proof, which it's stout. But it's distilled by Buffalo Trace. They have the thing just like they did Pappy's. You know, Buffalo Trace is making a lot of different brands now.
Oh yeah.
But I knew he would appreciate that. That's not something you see a lot of.
Oh no. Well, that's just like how I scored my bottle of Pappy's. I'm like, I'm in Costco of all places.
I know, right?
So, all right, let me catch up on. So I said hello to Steven. Scrock said maybe airplane mode. Airplane mode will turn everything off. I don't want to turn everything off. Lee says, what do I use to edit my videos? I use DaVinci Resolve, but Jimmy will tell you that Filmora is much easier to work with.
Yes, he will.
So, yeah, Jimmy will tell you that Filmora is easy to work with.
So will Alton.
Yeah, so will Alton. So,
yep.
My whole thing was I wanted to buy like one software and be done. So that is what I found that I am hopefully going to be able to do with DaVinci. It is a very robust software. And when I say I haven't scratched the surface of maybe 10 to 15% of the software, I am learning my way around the software and I'm learning to do different things. And it's getting easier. But every time something happens, I try to challenge myself and do something better or do something different. So that's where I'm at right now.
Yep. And I'm still doing the same with Filmora. I mean, I'm paying the AI subscription just to play with. I haven't used it on any of my videos yet. But.
So I told you before, the one AI feature that I use often is the song longification. I don't even know what basically.
And Filmora has it too. I've seen it, but I haven't needed it yet.
Oh, my videos are longer than the amount of time that's allocated for the song. So I might have a 4-minute song and a 24-minute video, and I just drag it to the end. And it's like live trim, boom, and it takes it and cuts it up, and it makes it seamless. That is that to me is worth its weight in gold, because for years and years and years, I would copy and paste songs and copy and then splice it back in a little bit, or cut out the end where the song completely changes, or cut off the intro after Nope, I don't have to do that
Yep.
anymore.
Yep.
Man, game changer. All right, so Whistle Pig said I marinated a beef chuck roast in Italian dressing, then put it on my grill. This is so good. So that's good to know because I did a chuck roast. I did two actually. Well, of course, boneless chuck roast should always be, but I put them in the Instapot, and they turned out fantastic. I cut them into like 2x2 chunks, basically, and it may have been like 2.5 by 2.5. They were fantastic. One of the chuck roasts I got 4 chunks out of, and the other chuck roast I got 6 chunks out of, and it fed all of us, all 5 of us in the house right now. And I put it in the bottom of the Instapot with some oil. I seasoned it, and I did a quick saute. Like, you know how people say, oh, you want to brown it till it gets crispy and blah, blah, blah. Nope. I just, until it changed color, then I flipped it and turned it around, and then took some of it out, then put the other little bit in. And then that bit, I left it on the bottom, and then I cut up I had some celery, some onions, and some carrots, and chucked I layered it like lasagna, right? Put some of that in, and then I put some more meat on top of it. Then I put some more of the veg on top of it. And then I also got some potatoes, like some baby red potatoes. And I thought that I wasn't going to have enough room in the Instapot because the Instapot's only like this big. And it was enough room. So I said, all right, well, let me take the layer of meat off. And then I put the potatoes under the top layer of meat. Man, that whole thing turned out so good. It was so good. So it was really good. What up, Chris? How you doing this evening? So I haven't posted the link in a moment, so we'll post the link. There are 2 more
Dash, I'm
spots.
gonna jump off, buddy. I might
All
come
right,
back
Lou.
on later. I just wanted to say
All right.
what's up. Haven't seen you in a
Yeah.
while.
Yeah, man.
Take care,
Good to see
everybody.
you.
All right,
Enjoy
Lou.
that stag.
Tell
See you, Lou.
the family
See
we
you
said
later,
hello,
guys.
man.
I will, brother.
Hey, make the kids do some extra push-up or jumping jacks tomorrow, all right?
Oh, will do, sir. Will do.
All right, thank you.
All right. Take care, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Yo, how's the weather where you're at, Dash?
What? I'm sorry?
How's the weather where you're at?
It was 90 degrees today.
Dude, do you see what I'm wearing, right?
So I only wear like white beaters when I'm on vacation, really. And it's like I'm sitting at the pool or something, I'll wear a white beater. Normally I have on a full t-shirt, so if I can
That's
grab
beach clothes for me.
Yeah.
But
that's about it. Quentin. Oh, wait, let's see. He may have texted me back. No, he didn't. But he's here.
Yeah. He came in. He saw it.
Yeah. So, yeah, Brian said he is not going to be able to make it tonight. I figured as much.
His wife must have really had some problems.
Yeah. The hell is on my finger? Yep. All right. So I said, he said he's got some other things he has to take care of tonight. And I said, I figured as much, but just wanted to let you know that you were missed. Look, he drank too much in the last live he was on and argued with the wrong points on how to sell barbecue. Nah, man. We're not gonna. We listen and we don't judge. Chris said, I've been there. As far as drinking too much, yeah. Quentin said he's seen that bottle once and it was over $400. Woo! What up, Keon? How you doing this evening? Yeah. Oh, this is funny. Chris said he was stationed in DC. His only combat was in Southeast. You didn't say it correctly. Therefore, I don't believe you. I don't believe you. Where did you have combat? Because if it wasn't Southeast and you guys say it correctly, I don't believe you. That's SOUF. Southeast. You can't say it any other way. Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, he's probably the only guy that's blown up a batch of cilantro on YouTube.
Dude, you know what's so funny? I didn't even know Chris, and I heard about that whole blowing up cilantro thing, like literally blowing up cilantro. I'm like, what are y'all talking about?
We had a lot of live streams. I bet I've seen Chris smoke a carton of cigarettes on a live stream. That and wear a cowbell out in one night.
Wear a cowbell out?
Oh yeah, clonk, 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 clonk.
On whose live stream?
On his.
Oh man,
he would do them. He would get strikes for the music he was playing. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
yeah. He would just.
That is so funny.
I guess, had it set up. Oh, we had a good time on Chris's live streams. We did,
man. So I only second-handly heard about Chris's live streams from Russ, and that's how I met Russ, was actually probably through Chris, but from the hot seat, he found about me, and then he put on Russ to the barbecue stuff. So, what up, Keon?
What up? What up?
What's going on, sir?
Nothing much. How y'all doing?
All right. No more court, huh? Your case?
Oh, yeah.
Your case was taken care of?
For me? No, I didn't have
Yeah,
a
you.
case.
Shoot. He was clean as hell. He was clean as hell last week.
Oh.
He looked like he had to go to court.
Oh, shoot. That was like 2 weeks ago. I'm thinking about it. Yeah. No, 3 weeks ago. So I missed the last 2 lives.
What are you trying to say? You got lined up to go to court just to see?
Hey, that mean, what you trying to say about that?
What do you mean by that?
Would you
All right,
look at
that? Yeah, right. Let's see. Oh,
look at that.
I'm done.
Shots fired.
We are rolling through them tonight, man. This is a good night. Shoot, here's number 4. All right, so Keon, you're here. I'm gonna pull out my my humidor, and I don't want you to give me any grief about the humidor. So I wanted to talk to you guys about.
Actually, I started out with one of the old cigar boxes before I actually grabbed one.
That's a Tupperware, isn't it?
It is a Tupperware. You're absolutely correct. I was trying to look at it to see if it says Tupperware. It doesn't say Tupperware. But this John is definitely a Tupperware. But the whole thing is, it has a top that I can squeeze the air out. So that's why I like this one a lot. And actually, funny enough, I got this from one of my brothers, my middle brother's coworkers. She made us, when we went to one of the Eagles games, she made us some rice or something, and they sent me home with the extras. So it came home in this container, and I was like, man, that's a good container. I'm not throwing that thing away. And then sure enough, I was like, ooh, look, it fits the cigars. Heck yeah. All right.
Well, were they talking about you, the post, and I said, we appreciate your support, but please don't come watch us play anymore.
So Alton Alton has me all set up where I have a little the thing that they'll tell me that the humidity and stuff. All right, so I'm looking through here to try to find some of the better cigars because I bought a pack of cigars and they are absolute garbage. When I say garbage, they are absolute garbage. Oh yeah, like I'm about to take them out of here and just throw them away. That's how bad they are. Like they're bad. So all of these, like it just says horseshoe. And it says Dominican Republic, but I don't believe it. This one, it says Giovanni. I can't even read this. It's just horrible. This one has a football player on it. Wilshire. I mean, is this supposed to be California? This one, it says JRL, Jimmy Lakey's Independence Cigar Company. Humo Blanco. And then this last one, it says TM Johnson. Made by hand. It says Hecho a Mano. So made by hand. All the other ones, I have some of my favorites. My favorites are the Fat Bottom Bettys. So I have a few Fat Bottom Bettys left in here. Actually, I have 2 Fat Bottom Bettys. And then I have a few, these are AJ Fuentes. So these are cigars that Alton recommended. He's like, oh man, whatever you do, get a couple AJ Fuentes cigars. And so I have a few, it was a pack of AJ Fuentes cigars. So I have a AJ Fuentes pack and a few Fat Bottom Bettys. But I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 2, 4, 6, 8. So 8 of these cigars that I'm like, 7 of these cigars. This is an AJ Fuentes. 7 of these cigars, and I'm like, yo, these suck. Like I've smoked 2 or 3 of them. I think 3 because it must have been a pack of 10. They suck. And I'm like, what do I do with these things? What do I do with them? Like they're just not that they're taking up a lot of room in my little, Tupper door, but they're taking up room in my Tupper door. I could be doing something else with this room. So do I what do you think, Keon? Should I put them at the bottom and give them to somebody who doesn't know any better?
That's right. Hand them out.
Take them to the local hospital and find a dad that just had a baby.
Oh, that's diabolical.
Damn. So I have this one that's wrapped in cedar. I'm like, I feel like I want to save that one for last. But I don't know. Right. Here's a Connecticut one. It's a little lighter. I think I might do that one tonight, just because. But I'm gonna put them back in my container here.
I gotta go find some fire.
Fire? Oh, look at you.
See, you just never know.
Yeah.
Never know.
Yeah, I guess I enjoy y'all. I got to go grab my shit though. It's in the truck.
We'll wait for you. Are you a V-notch guy or a punch guy?
I do both.
You do both? Depending on the cigar?
Yep. If it's really small, I'll use a whole punch.
Oh, well, that makes sense. So this regular size cigar, I think I will use the V-notch. This is a San Lotano, Connecticut by AJ Fuentes. Smells good. Oh, I said Fuentes. It's AJ Fernandez. AJ Fernandez. Jimmy, what do you have over there?
This is a little Java Red. It's just a little short. I'm just getting started. Now, I quit smoking 25 years ago.
I was about to say, turn of the millennium.
Yeah. Pretty much. Pretty much.
Woo. That's
I was a
old
heavy
night.
smoker back in the 1900s.
Yo, it kills me. People talk about the 1900s, you know. It's like, what was it like in the 1900s? Like, you little shit. Stop calling it the 1900s.
Like we were all slaves.
Mhm.
No, was that when you had to get up and turn the channel on the TV? Yes, we did. It didn't matter. We only had 3, so.
Luckily for me, we had 3, 6, 10, 12, 17, 29, and 57. So we had what was that?
Well, there you
8
go.
channels?
Big
What'd you
city
say?
kids.
That's almost cable TV.
It was back then.
And one of them was PBS. So, I mean, did we really have?
Yeah. Well, if you count PBS, we had 4.
Heard about that? Let's see.
I said I was gonna wait, and I'm sorry I didn't wait for you, Keon. You know,
I still got to catch up.
Jimmy lit up, and I was like, oh, okay, well.
Well, if any of y'all go to a smoke lounge that has a fire pit, don't do this.
Did you
Did
melt
you
it?
Yeah,
put
it's all
your-
plastic. So I put it next to the doggone fire pit. And I went to go grab it. It felt kind of sticky. Wait a minute. I just set this thing right by the doggone fire pit.
So Chris said that it was 75 degrees there today. He said he's not looking forward to the 90s. Yeah. Shoot. And you guys will be hitting over 100 soon. Sure enough.
Oh, yeah.
Ew, why would you say Steve? He said, and he can't wait. What? No way.
Nope.
So Hova 575 says, how long does those drum smokers last? I have my original drum smoker still sitting on the side of my house. If you take care of it, they will last for a long time. What
That's
I've
almost,
found.
20 years old almost, right?
Which one? Mine?
Your first one? Your original?
It's 16, at least 16, because I made it in 2014. So
There you go.
12 years. Yeah, 12, 13 years old, maybe. But here's the thing, and this is one of the things that you have to do. You have to clean the ash out of the bottom of it.
Absolutely.
And you cannot let it get rained on, because what happens is if it rains on and gets down into that ash, it rusts everything out completely. Because a few folks who I made drum smokers for, they're like, hey man, I need to get another one. My drum, it rusted out. And I'm like, I'm not making them anymore.
You've seen that that mod I did for my burner for my big cast iron pot to sit on top of that kind of sits down in it. And it's 2 of the rims. You know, you got 2 rims. It's 2 rims on the top. So the burner sits in it, and then the pot sits on it. And
Yes,
it's got
to help
square
with the
cut out
wind.
at the bottom. Right.
To help
right.
with the wind. Yep, I do.
Right.
I do remember
The
seeing
leftover from that.
that.
I had been dumping ash from the pellet smoker over into it. And
Okay.
it's out in the weather and just let it rain, and it is completely
Gone.
disintegrated.
Gone.
Yeah.
The-
I didn't even have to
the-
take it and haul it off. I mean, it's just chewed it up.
The ash definitely accelerates rusting.
It does. It does,
Lee said,
yeah.
bro, when I was in Nam, they used to cook rats over fire. Is it crazy to think? I wasn't in Nam. I'm too damn young. I was like, how the hell? But I'm like, okay.
But say you're older than me.
Chris said, I enjoyed your company, Jimmy and Steven. Yeah. Listen to this guy. He said he's doing his taxes. He said, yep, I'm that last minute guy.
Oh, I still haven't done mine yet. That's a reminder. I do need to go ahead and put that.
Yeah, you got
I
a
did.
couple more hours.
I did my taxes last weekend, 2 weekends ago. So the weekend before last, not this past weekend, but the weekend before. It took me a few hours to get them done. And what was crazy though is I did them on Saturday, and I had my Maryland State, my Maryland return that Thursday, and I had a notification of my federal return that same Thursday or Friday, but it didn't hit my account until this following Monday. So I was like, whoa.
Shoot. You know what I found out? I was jumping up and down. I got old enough. I should have drawn my first Social Security check in April.
What?
Yep.
Congratulations.
Nope.
Yeah, right.
They are 8 months behind, almost 1 million applications behind. It'll probably be September or October before I get a dime.
Wow. Well, when you get that lump sum payment, you know.
Yeah, they'll rip me a new one. I got it all at once.
Oh.
Yep.
Okay, later.
Steven said, I still have Maisie Star as my ringtone. What is
There you
Maisie
go.
Star?
You too young. Oh, mercy.
Yes, so Scrog says, are those fat bottom Betty's sweetened? Yes, they are. And that's
Yep.
what I found that I like that where I found that people were like, ew, sweet cigar. And I'm like, that's exactly what I want though. Like, I don't necessarily
And this one's
like,
got a hint of it too. That's what I like about this. I mean, I'm not, I hadn't
So
thought about that. I wonder what
I'm
that
not
would, wonder what the combination of.
oh yeah.
I wonder what that would
Oh,
be.
that stag is open. I thought it wasn't open. How is it?
Well, no, it's coming home with me. It's gonna get open the same day.
How was it?
Oh, it's good.
Yeah?
All the O's. It's good.
He said
Yep.
all the O's, all of them.
All the O's. That's right.
So Keon, I mean, maybe make it make sense, right? I don't understand what it is I'm supposed to be tasting because I don't know what it is, It just tastes like smoke, a cigar.
Same thing to me. I mean, I taste the sweetness on the fat bottom Betty's. That's why I like them.
But I taste the sweetness on the fat bottom Betty's more in the wrapper than I do on the smoke. That makes sense. Yeah.
I never really thought about that. Like
All right.
this one that I'm smoking, it's supposed to go good with coffee, but
So
I'm guessing
Alton has
high
said
weed.
that there's some cigars too that it has a coffee flavor. Now I will say there was one cigar I smoked the other day, and this is probably a week or two ago now. I did actually taste like a little bit of dark chocolate, and I was like, "Whoa, this is the first time I actually taste something in a cigar." Like, not that I really knew what I was talking about or really felt, but I felt like I
What I understand, they're supposed to bring out the flavor of whatever you're drinking or eating.
Well, maybe that's my problem. I'm drinking the Bud Light. I mean, the Miller Lite.
Yeah.
Yep.
Anyway,
last week or week before, it'll
Yeah.
make a difference.
okay. So I know in the title I said let's talk about recovering the corrupt video files. And that's why I always put a maybe behind it because we don't usually talk about it. So one of the things, and Jimmy, I don't know if your camera records, like if you press record, it'll record like an AVI or MP4 file, right? Does it record anything else? Does it record any other files? No. So I have had, I won't say for the longest time, but I've had a few cameras that also record what's called a LRF file. And I'm like, what the hell is it? Oh, the GoPros do it. The GoPro will record an LRF file. And I'm like, what is this LRF file and what does it do? What does it do? So the LRF stands for low resolution file, basically LRF, right? But the whole thing is that LRF file is actually a video. So what I did was the extension on the file was .lrf. I changed it to .mp4 and it worked. So I was able to then take that file and drag it into the video editing software. Now, mind you, it went from, you know, a 4K file was like 3160 by 22 whatever. This was 1280 by 720. So it was definitely a very low resolution file. But from what I understand, these low resolution files are the files that if you know how you can connect a GoPro to your phone and you can view the video from your phone, that is the file that's actually transferred to your phone versus the full resolution 4K file. And when you're looking at it on your phone, the 720 file looks just as decent as the 4K file does on a bigger screen.
There was not that much difference on the phone for that video because that's what I watched it on. And I was like, man, that's not bad resolution right there. It looked
so
good.
on my laptop, I could see a little bit of difference. It looked a little fuzzy.
Yeah.
But when I put it into the software, like when I just double clicked on the video and watched the video, like with the media player, right? It looked a little fuzzy compared to like the next file. Like I can see that if I'm looking at one of the lower resolution files and then one of the higher resolution files, I can see the difference. But when I put it into the video editing software, the video editing software kind of upscales it. So remember back in the day, the Blu-ray players that would upscale the DVDs? This was the same exact thing, where it kind of made it look a little bit better or sharpened the image a little bit. And I won't say that was all it took, but listen, I was happy when I figured it out. I was like, oh my damn, this is gonna work. This is gonna work. And it did, and I was really happy about it. I was just about to say, where's Roger at, man? I haven't seen him in a moment. Scrog says, lace him with bourbon, then smoke him. So funny you say that. When I went on my honeymoon, we went to the Dominican Republic, and when we came back, I came back with some cigars. And again, this was 21 years ago now. I didn't know what I was doing with these damn cigars, so I took them and put them into a Tupperware container. And the whole thing was, the guy at the shop was like, "Oh, when you take these home," he's like, "get a thing of Tupperware and put a smaller container of your favorite liquor." So what I ended up doing was I put Grand Marnier in the little container, and I put the cigars around the Grand Marnier. Yo, those cigars tasted so good. They were basically orange Grand Marnier cigars, and I mean, not that I had very many of them, but I think I had maybe 4 or 5 of those cigars once I got back. And did I really know what I was doing with them? No, but I tried it. You're gonna force me to fire one up also. All right, Scrog, come on, join us. Get on the live thing. Hold on. I know, right? Let's see. Scrog said I'm going with a Mayflower Dawn. I don't know what that is, but sure. So my homie Tosh put me onto the Fat Bottom Betties, and I really like the Fat Bottom Betty. Yes, Roger, I am in the garage. I'm in the garage for a few reasons. It's cooler out here. 1, 2. I knew that I wanted to smoke a cigar.
TJ.
What? No, actually, she was kind of upset that I was coming out to the garage. Actually, she was all puppy dog face. You going outside? Yeah. She's like, why are you going outside? I was like, it's cooler out there. I said, these nice new lights out installed. I said, I was out here last week and it worked out pretty good. I said, I'm going to sit out in the garage.
We probably got another viewer too. See what you're doing. Yeah, I saw you out there smoking that cigar, drinking your beer with your friends out there.
So it's funny.
Hey,
She should be asleep. It's 10 o'clock. Honestly enough. Man. So what you been?
wait, about 20 minutes, you see Linda come in that door. She's been at our grandbaby softball games
Oh, okay.
in
So 10 o'clock.
Greenwood. In Greenwood, yeah.
Oh, okay.
In Greenwood. So that's
Is
that's
it
about
Greenwood
45.
or Greenville?
No, Greenwood's in the other direction. That's
Oh.
Greenwood. Greenwood is Greenwood Lake on the other
Okay.
side of us. And she got about 20 minutes. I just looked to see where she was. About 20 minutes, she gonna come through the door and go, "Are you smoking a cigar?" She'll say something. You watch, because she hadn't seen one of these in my hand in a minute. I mean,
I don't know, Roger. We'll have to see. Man, listen. Did you have it in the humidor or anything, or was it just sitting in the
oh
corner?
yeah, no.
Oh.
It was in the humidor.
Okay.
It was in the humidor.
Listen,
I've got a cabinet over there.
on that last cruise we did, I met a guy who is from Florida, or he's from Buffalo, but lives in Florida rather. And same thing. It's like I met the nicest people smoking cigars, man. Like one of the first night or the second night I was on the shit. Actually, it was the first night. Oh my goodness! Hold on. Let's see. What do we have here?
You have no idea how hard I've been trying to get on here.
Look what the Sammy Cat them brought in.
What, Victor? What's up, Victor?
What?
Salmon Claus.
I'm gonna tell you, there's that old blues musician saying, "If it weren't for bad luck, I'd have no luck."
I have none. Yeah.
I talked for a couple of minutes, and then I got to put the rest of my groceries away. I just spent the last half hour trying to get up off the muddy ground because my leg fell off while I was moving groceries in house.
Oh no.
I got home. I turned on the tablet. It's like, okay, the guys are going. I just need to put the shit away. And I was making my second trip, and I took a step, and all of a sudden the leg came off, and I was kissing dirt. And so, what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish somehow. I got the leg back on, but it's not staying on well. I got to get the rest of my groceries put away, and then I'm going to hobble myself out to the car and sit in the car because I can't be in the barn and it's raining on and off. So I will get back to you guys. And
well, Victor, it's good to see you, man. It's good to see you.
Victor, you can use the old Southern remedy for that. We cure all of that. Just get a big roll of duct tape.
Duct tape
that sucker on.
what sucks is in the last few weeks, I've fallen 3 times.
Oh, man.
And I thought I had it fixed. And it came off a couple of times today. But I was able to catch myself before it fully came off. And then talk about a holy nightmare for a former professional driver. I actually had the damn thing come undone while I was driving, and I was lifting my leg up from the gas pedal to the brake. Luckily, I caught it. Otherwise, there would have been no way to slam on the brake.
all gas.
Tomorrow,
Yeah, right.
I'm gonna go to the prosthetic place and have them check it out. What is going on? To give you an idea, the device secures. There's this slip-on thing. It's kind of a neoprene type material, and on the bottom of that is a pin, and that pin has cuts in it so that when you step down into the main leg portion, it's kind of a ratchet thing. And the ratchet grabs
Okay.
onto those serrations. For some reason, it ain't doing that. And
You broke it. They ain't put no
Alright.
gas in it.
my guess is that there's some shit that's gotten down there that's keeping it from locking down.
Okay.
But yeah, today I've been. You remember Tim Conway doing his old man act on Carol Burnett, where he was taking those
Yep.
little like 2-inch steps? That's been me. That has been me today, and the last couple days a little bit. A little while ago, this is how that shit sucks. By the way, it really sucks that I'm bitching about shit the first time after what 6 months being on.
It's fine, Victor.
all I
You know, we
had-
don't. That's what we're
I
here
had a
for, man.
gallon-
You know,
I
do
had
we
a
ever
1
actually
gallon-
talk about what we intend to talk about, Victor? No, it doesn't matter. But you know
I
what?
had
What's
a
important? I won't say what's important, but what we're grateful for is that you were able to make it here and at least tell us about your bad experience. We're not laughing at you, Victor. We're laughing with you, okay?
Yeah, I'm kind of laughing at me too, but it'll be easier to laugh tomorrow.
No, it won't, because you're gonna be sore tomorrow. Shit.
No, Jack Daniels take care of shit tonight.
Okay, all right.
There you go.
I had a gallon jug. I was all out of milk. I was so happy. I picked up a gallon jug at groceries. When I fell, that was the only thing I was carrying. And
Aw.
somehow, when it fell, it found the only sharp point, I swear, that anywhere around.
Damn.
Poked a hole in the bottom of it, and I've lost all my fucking milk. It's like,
No, don't cry over spilled milk.
son of a. Hey, well, I might be able to save a half gallon of it, but yeah. Anyway, I will.
All right.
I will get back to you guys later on. Get back to. I was catching some of your shit, but it's all stuff that goes over my head.
That's fine.
So
Well, you, I won't say you should know this for when you use your camera to record. Oh shoot, I removed them. So you to record the LRF files, and then there's a backup audio file. That backup
Uh-huh.
audio file has saved my bacon too.
it saved
in,
video besides audio.
Yes.
I thought you lost video too.
Well, so what I'm saying is, when I record a single video, it records 3 files. There's the
Okay.
main video, there's the backup video, the low resolution video, and there's the backup audio.
Okay.
So when I use the mic, it sends the audio to the video track, to the main video track. But it also records video from the camera. That video file, or excuse me, that audio file, the separate audio file, has saved my bacon when I've done other things. And like, so when I did a video for a guy at the range, and I was able to put 2 microphones on 2 different people, and then because I was holding the camera and talking
Right.
to the camera, I was able to use the audio from the microphone and the audio from the camera together, and it was like I had 3 microphones.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, it stopped raining, so I can stay on for a few more minutes.
All right. Well,
Well, this is
with
going to
us.
disrupt what you're talking about, but I think it's a worthy thing to bring up because I'm curious. I have pride in my knowledge of the food that I like.
so do you see this? Do you see this, Victor? Grumpus said it needs a bit of salmon oil.
What?
Your leg, it needs some salmon oil.
Oh,
No, my grandmother would say, put some red oil on it.
yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, it came damn close because it took me a half hour to get up. You don't appreciate your leg, both your legs,
Now,
until you don't have one. And getting
Yeah,
just
well-
getting up off the ground, what a bitch.
does anybody know what red oil is? You ever
What
heard
is
of
it?
red oil? George, you ever heard of red oil?
I'm trying to think.
Red oil. Yep.
Oh,
Oh my goodness.
I'm gonna have to look it up.
Oh
Jimmy,
my goodness, I'm getting old.
it's
I'm
not
getting
that
old.
Jimmy
Oh, maybe you just put
Wayne.
red oil on everything.
Let's see. Red oil, primarily known as unrefined red palm oil. It says it's a nutrient-dense reddish-orange cooking oil derived from the fruit of the oil palm, widely used in the West African cuisine. I don't know.
In my defense, I'm at the opposite corner of the country from where you'd be finding that.
Yeah.
We don't have
Well,
oil up here.
it says RSP red oil. Is that what you're talking about, Jimmy?
I honestly, I don't know what brand it was, but oh my
Here's
goodness.
another one. It says organic red palm oil.
I don't remember hearing anybody using it for cooking. They would put it on whatever ailed you.
It says so I found it on Amazon. It said SAO Fat red oil. It's a 2-ounce bottle. It says healing solution.
That's
Got a
it.
little burn? Get a little red oil.
Yep. That's it.
It says distributed by Red Oil Company in Thomasville, North Carolina.
There you go. Well, there you go. It was a Carolina thing.
I don't know about that, but I know that me and the guys, we used to say to the new guy, if you cut your finger, just go home to the wife and soak it in cider.
We used to say just put some dirt on it. You'll be all right. Stop the bleed. Put some dirt on it. Carolina red clay will cure anything.
All right, so here's my question for you gentlemen, because I'm embarrassed about this, but one of my favorite sandwiches is the Reuben.
Yeah.
Okay.
Each one of you, tell me what you remember, what you think of as the meat that you would get in a Reuben.
Pastrami.
Pastrami.
Any one of you start out.
Pastrami. I said pastrami.
Anybody else?
Yeah.
I agree.
Well, cool, because you guys are in the same club as me. We are wrong. I looked it up yesterday, and the original and what's listed on papers when you look this shit up is
Bratwurst or something?
corned beef.
Oh.
Corned
That's
beef.
true.
Not pastrami.
Yep.
And considering
But
it's
it
a
just
sandwich
takes
that
too
I
long.
like very, very much, I was surprised that I had the wrong freaking meat. So you guys just made me feel a little bit better.
I should have asked my wife. She loves Reuben sandwiches.
So a Reuben sandwich is a classic American grilled sandwich with corned beef. Huh.
Mm-hmm.
I said pastrami, but I guess we're just all wrong. That just goes to show you how we don't pay attention to what's actually supposed to be on it. But
Well,
I'm guessing
all right.
pastrami.
Look up pastrami and see how it's made.
It's brisket.
Oh yeah.
Well, in theory,
If it's
they're
not
all
close,
brisket,
it's,
but you can
it's
make
the
them out of a
first
calf.
cousin.
Know that.
It's corn, and then you boil it.
Yep.
Pastrami, you brine it, and then you cook it or smoke it. So there is a difference.
A difference, yeah.
But I'm
Yeah,
glad that you guys are in the same club as me, thinking of pastrami.
Yeah, but they're all derived from the
tradition.
same cut. You know, the brisket
Yeah,
flat.
Yeah, you can do it.
Right.
The flat makes more sense. It would cure easier.
Scrog
less
said
fat.
he just had a Reuben the other day. Yeah, we just talked
I
about
love
that.
good
Drummond.
Reuben.
I'm glad this isn't the sandwich channel. Marcus is here. Look at that. Marcus says, aloha, everyone. What up, Marcus?
Hello,
How you
Marcus.
doing?
Marcus, what's up?
Oh,
Is he in his
Yeah.
spot?
He probably is. And it's
He's,
9
he's
o'clock.
awake.
It's
He's awake.
9 o'clock his local time, so I'm sure he's on the couch. He'll be asleep
Yep.
soon. Hold on, let's see. I'm gonna post the link. Let's see if he can join us. He joined. What was that? 2 weeks ago? He was on, or was that last week?
I don't think it was last week.
It may have been 2 weeks ago. He joined us. Oh yeah. So it was. It may have been longer than that because he was on the same week that we had issue with Brian.
But yeah, somebody was asking about the drum smokers. I built mine in 2016 and it's still going.
Did you build it after watching one of my videos, George?
Absolutely. Because I had to figure out how I was going to do the framing once I had everything open.
Okay.
And then I had to figure out what welder I was going to get. You said, I just got a cheap Harbor Freight welder. I'm like, well, that's just what I'm going to get.
What the hell? There's something. I'm looking up at the resters, and there's something on top of the rester. I don't know what the hell it is. I don't know what the hell that is up there. The random stuff I see in this garage every now and again. The animals take over in here when I'm not in here sometimes.
Hey, I can be hands free now.
Look at that.
That's better.
He's got the salmon claw colors on.
He does. He got those suspenders going at night.
You got the hides and suspenders, man.
Hey, today I went through. Where was it? One of the big box places, and I saw for a cooker something new that I have not seen, but I wondered if we'd ever see it. Maybe you guys have already seen it before. It's actually a dedicated outdoor high-powered wok cooker. And I got to tell you, it was freaking cool.
So I've seen gas burners, like it's almost kind of like table height and a gas burner. And what you see a lot of times, people use the Discetta, cook on that. So just kind of almost a similar burner, but with the wok on it.
Yeah, this is built specifically. In fact, you couldn't really use it for anything else, and it does come with a wok for it. And what really makes it, you can use a home stovetop for woks, but to really use a wok correctly, you need a kick-ass burner. So that's what was kind of nice about this. Did make me wonder if this is going to be like the next wave, if over this summer or the next couple of years, we see outdoor woks. Because to use a wok correctly, you can't have that much gas fumes inside your house unless you have a serious HVAC system.
So what's funny is my stove came with a wok burner. Like one of the burners, like I can either add something to it, or I'm pretty sure it was this stove. It might have been the last stove, but we had not even a dedicated, but it was like a wok insert. Oh boy!
I didn't go. She found out more information.
Hi, Linda. Welcome home. Welcome home. Tell her I said welcome home.
He said, wait a minute. He said, welcome home.
Thank you. Hi, Linda. Hey, how are y'all doing?
Good.
Thank you.
That was a little behind.
That's a little delay.
We had one ball game was a loss and the other one was a win.
Well, that's good. They're at 500.
Yep.
The dog's excited to see you too. He said,
They found
Oh.
me and he was at a gas station.
In where?
Nowhere.
Oh, Roger got joked. Oh, Roger got joked. All right, so it's funny, right? So we have a friend who makes authentic Chinese food, right? A white guy who makes authentic Chinese food. So we joke every now and again about him and making his authentic Chinese food. So Roger is telling it's not a joke.
I thought he was up in the chat.
No. Thanks, Keon. No. So, Victor, what's the cat's name?
Junior,
Junior.
but he's good.
You're not gonna
Asshole
believe
when
this.
he's not.
When he's pissing me off. Yeah.
You ain't gonna believe this, Dash.
What's that?
She said, "What did it taste like?" I handed it to her, and she said, "That don't taste bad."
Oh, what? You need to pull that. You need to give her a shot of this tag.
I did.
Oh, okay.
I did give her a shot of that stag, is what he said. I said,
I
I
already
did.
had that.
Yeah. she's
How
already
was it,
had
Linda? How was it?
It wasn't my favorite, but it was okay.
All right. It's
Well,
it's high.
it's
It's
almost-
high proof.
Yeah, oh, at a 1:30, that's a little bit hot for her.
Yeah, it was a little.
So
I
you know
had
what's
like-
funny, Jimmy? I found a jar from my guy that I aged, and it was apple brandy that
Ooh.
I
I
put away. Yeah, well, I
Yeah.
put some apple brandy away, and when he gave it to me, I tested it, and it was at like 142. And when I tasted it, I was even after aging, I was like, "Oh my god, woo, woo, woo." Like
Yeah.
man, that's
Yeah.
higher than cat
Well,
drink.
You remember the Christmas you and I did? What, 6 months? We did 6
Yeah.
months with the. I
The
did
stage,
the
yeah.
oak sticks, and you did
Yep.
the little things that you had gotten. I
Yeah.
still have about half of that in my cabinet, and I tried it the other day, and I'm like, man, because I
It's
still
good.
have to put it. It is good.
It is
So
good.
I wonder if that shit ordered like the steals online and shit.
It's in that jar.
What? One more time, Keon. Hold on, I'm
Did you
not.
really order the steals online?
All right,
Yeah, that's vodka.
somebody.
Yeah,
Hold on. Let's
yeah.
Is it? All right, let's see. All right, now let's try this again. All right, so Keon, what were you saying? Ask again.
Could you order the steals online?
Oh yes, you can. I've seen them on Amazon.
Hey,
There's
Right?
what?
there's a couple companies out there that sell stills that you can
Show it
get.
to him. Show it to him.
Oh boy.
Yeah, this one's mine.
Oh, the
Oh,
crown.
Blackberry. Blackberry.
Oh, all right. Look, go ahead. Go ahead. You got some ice in that cup, or you drinking it straight?
What?
Look, I may have to go.
Oh, oh,
Hold on. Boom, chicken, wow, wow.
Wow, wow. What?
Are y'all being ugly?
No,
No, not at all.
not at all.
Big Bruskowski.
She knows. She knows. Look, this is what we do. We give him grief.
Y'all being ugly.
Mm-mm.
That's what Jimmy said. No, no.
You got one of my
Tell her-
earbuds.
Oh, okay. Tell her. I was about to say. Tell her, look at me. No, I wasn't being ugly. Not at all. Look at this face.
Yeah, I wasn't looking at you. I was looking at the one down at the bottom right hand corner.
He's smoking on his cigar.
Oh, that's Keon. Keon just smoking a cigar. He
Uh-huh.
ain't saying nothing.
Mhm. You don't have to.
Uh-oh.
Good night,
Jimmy.
Linda.
Wait, Linda, wait a minute.
Wait.
Get Linda back.
Here, take it back.
Get Linda back.
Take it back.
Oh, what? I missed
You
something.
appreciate this probably more than the other guys because the other ladies I've told this joke. It's out of season now, but check it out. Did you know that probably every snowman you have ever seen was
I
Act
can't
Snow
hear.
Woman?
You're
You-
breaking up, Victor.
You
Yeah,
broke
you
up.
were
I didn't
breaking
hear
up.
any of
There-
that.
there you
I
are.
heard the word woman.
Well, I know that's why I'm. Every scene was probably a snow woman. And here's what I'm saying: if they were snowmen, they have 2 characters.
Victor, you don't have to text me because we can't hear you. You're breaking up, Victor.
Yep. You broke up bad.
Yeah.
Hear enough of what you said to get the joke.
Yeah, and it's gonna get worse. It's gonna get worse.
The joke or the.
You guys have a good one. I tried. The whole thing.
She's been around Jimmy too long. She said the joke or the
She has. She has.
My milk jug is now empty. Crap. All right, guys. Catch you
Take
later.
care. All right, bye bye. Oh man, that
I
was
could hear the
hilarious.
joke. Did you guys know it?
No, we couldn't hear him. We heard him just the
kept
same way
breaking
you
up.
heard him.
Nah.
Okay.
Yeah, he was definitely
All right,
breaking
guys.
up.
Y'all have a
But
good
he
night.
I
was
think you were trying
he
to
was
say
saying
the
that
snow
his
man's supposed to have 2 carrots and the snow woman's supposed to have 1 carrot. I think that's what he was saying.
I still didn't get that.
I don't know.
I'm sorry.
But no,
I thought
Jamie,
he was going to tell the popular YouTube joke about. Did you know that they have determined that 50% of the United States population has a mental health issue, and the other half are men?
Well, he started out by saying I'd probably get it. So,
Yeah, he did, but
I get that, but I don't like it.
yeah, I thought he was talking about.
She said, I heard you, but I don't want to hear it again.
I like that.
yeah, that's it.
You guys have a good night.
All right, bye, Linda.
Bye.
Okay.
That's too funny.
We don't get many of those.
better you than me.
Yes, Grog, I did. I did. I actually was gifted a 15-year Pappy's, and I shared that actually with my family. There's a little, I'm looking at it, and there's 2 fingers maybe.
Huh?
But I could have never, I mean, I would have never, not just couldn't, just wouldn't pull the trigger on that, because you know what that's shoot now, that's an $1,800 bottle of Pappy's. Yeah.
Nah,
I
1800.
wouldn't.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, I wouldn't. But
I don't know. I mean, if you're like the true enthusiast of alcohol, maybe you'll go ahead and
there,
crack it
well, you
open.
know, on YouTube there are several bourbon connoisseurs.
Bourbon channels, yeah.
Yeah, and I saw one today. The guy pulled out what he called a $2,000 bottle, and he let his wife try it. He and his wife go on bourbon trips to different towns and different liquor stores, and buy what they can find. And I mean, look, I don't even really have a liquor cabinet. I just have a Schifferode that had cabinets in it, and that's where I put it. And it's real funny because the top portion in the center above the secretary, it has a secretary that folds down.
Mhm.
But it has a cabinet, I guess you would call it, with a glass front, and you open it up, and it's fairly deep, but the back 10 inches has a false back in it that you can let up.
Ooh.
that's where this stuff goes. Behind that, because I have a 41 and a 36-year-old son, and
Wow.
they both have developed a taste. And so if it's in front of that, they know it's there. But if it's in front of that, they can have it. Behind that, they have to ask. So, yeah. So, just
Man.
is what it is.
Okay. Everything froze on my end after the false backing.
Oh,
Or
really?
the false compartment. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, that's where the top shelf stuff is, behind it.
Oh.
So they know they can't go past the false back in there. They know it's there, but they can't have it. But all right. Well, I have a question, and I've come up with one. I'm going to do it either Saturday or Sunday. And Dash, you and I were talking about getting some in the can so we could get ahead a little bit. I'm 2 in the can. I have 2 in the can right now. I'm coming back. Has anybody heard of corn dog shrimp?
No.
All right. I happened, and it was funny because I saw a chef do it on Triple D.
Corn dog shrimp.
Because I just kind of got, I don't know if it's me or what, but it kind of froze up as I think you was bringing up the question. Last thing you said you had 2 in the can.
Yes. I saw this, not really recipe, because they don't show you recipes. They show you throwing it together on Triple D, Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives.
Yeah.
Guy Fieri. And this was corn dog shrimp. And basically what it is a corn dog batter that you dip shrimp down in, and then you drop it down and fry it.
Ooh.
And that's one I'm going to try this weekend. We'll see how that works out.
Nice.
I've seen the corn dog seafood sausage, but I've never seen it done with just the loose shrimp before.
Just loose shrimp. You just shell it, devein it, and dip it in a batter, and then drop it down in grease and fry it.
You put it on a stick though, right?
We did that with lobster tail.
No, you can put it on a stick.
Okay.
Yes, I've seen it with lobster tails too. I have. I've seen that one. I started looking into it, and I've seen it done on lobster tails. But I'm gonna try that this weekend. I may video it. I've never tried it before, so you never know how that's going to turn out. I don't know when anybody else see it or not, but it sounds like it ought to be decent. The question I have is, okay, if you've got a sweet corn dog batter on shrimp, what are you going to dip it in? Because you wouldn't want that sweet with cocktail sauce.
Like a ranch dressing with hot sauce in it for me.
Yeah, I was gonna say something reddish, so it's gonna have a little heat to it to offset the sweet.
Yeah, vinegar maybe. I wouldn't know. Hell, I might not even dip it in anything because I'm one of those people that make seafood dressing. So, hot sauce. Never mind.
Yeah, I think you probably just put it with some hot sauce.
Yeah. The one thing that
Grumpus said aroma live.
With your shrimp, crawfish tails.
But which kind, Grumpus? Come on, Grumpus, come on. Show us that $1 backdrop.
There you go. Look, Roger has a good idea. He said melted honey butter.
Melted honey butter. Yeah, that would be good.
I think that would compliment it.
How about that red hot honey?
Like the Mike's Hot Honey? Ooh,
yeah.
That might be pretty good. I think you're going to have to try a bunch of different stuff to see what goes best with it.
See what goes best with it, yeah.
Man, the fat backery in me is starting to kick in.
The fat backery in me. Yeah.
Yep. Next week, if I have some money, I might do some silly stuff just to see.
Look, I won't say I'm trying to save up, but I'm not trying to spend any money. I've been cooking. So I did that brisket last week, and I made a couple dollars on it. I made a brisket today and made a couple dollars on it. I'm just gonna be. I might just go get some ribs tomorrow, or get some ribs for Friday and cook them and make some money on that too. But I mean, times has been hard. Every now and again, I'm like, all right, you know what? I go through fits or stages where I'm like, I'm gonna cook something because I'm like, I'm gonna cook something. So,
Well,
but the
Shoot, I still been dragging my feet. Like at one point, I took some to my coworkers just to try to get the word of mouth started.
process, yeah.
And then I have to back off of it because I don't have the money to just go and buy it and do it all over again.
Yeah. So one of the things, Keon, that I'll tell you that I do in order to to try and to help sustain that is you make that initial investment in something small. So I'll go and buy a pack of chicken wings and I'll cook the chicken wings. So this is what I used to do when I was selling food out of the trunk of the car after I got laid off. So this is 2014 we're talking, right?
Yeah.
On, let's say, Monday, I would take whatever money I had left over from the weekend, and after I paid daycare for Taste Tester number 3, because I paid my daycare, I used to put fuel in my car, gas in the van, and then if I had anything left over, now mind you, wings were cheaper back then, but I could go buy a pack or two of wings, and it would cost me $15 to $30 for 2 packs of wings, and I would cook the wings. And then I would take the money that I got from the wings, and then I would buy ribs possibly for the middle of the week. And I would cook 3 to 6 racks of ribs. And then I would take the money that I got from the ribs, and I would cook a brisket and a pork shoulder and I would be cooking a brisket and a pork shoulder by like Thursday or Friday. So that when people got money at the end of the week, when they got paid, they could buy something more expensive. And then I would take the money that I made off of the brisket that I, sold on Saturday, and then I would reinvest that, basically pay my bills on the weekend or pay whatever I needed to on the weekend, and then turn around and start the whole process again by cooking some wings on Saturday, or excuse me, some wings on Monday, some ribs in the middle of the week, or I would do, when I tell you, I used to go and buy 1 pack of chicken wings and cook the pack of chicken wings. Then I'd buy 1 pack of chicken wings and 1 pack of ribs, right? And it would be, 21 wings, and it would be 3 racks of ribs. So I would have racks of ribs and then chicken wings. And then I would take that money and, like I said, buy brisket and or pork shoulder, and maybe buy some more ribs or maybe buy some more wings, right? But also at the same time that I was buying those, whatever it is that I was buying, I was also buying food for me to be able to have dinner for my family. And when I say I was, every week, it was the same exact cycle over and over and over. If I had a good week where I may have, cooked 2 briskets, or I may have done, a decent amount of pork shoulder, or I bought some chicken thighs and chicken breasts so I could do some pulled chicken or chopped chicken. At the time, I was doing whole chickens and actually pulling the chickens. I said, hell no, not anymore. I'm not doing that. Or I would, again, I would take the chickens and I would cut up the breasts, and I would save like one of the legs for us or some wings for us.
Yeah.
So it is a slow grind to get that ball rolling. But once you get that ball rolling, it'll keep coming back to you. But the thing that I found in the beginning was the things that I could portion and make small little portions off of and give people little tasters of. Those were the things that people were like, oh man, hey, I'd pay you for some of this on Monday, or I pay you for some of this during the middle of the week so I don't have to cook, or, whatever it is. You're going to start small, and don't, you're going to be cooking. I'm going to say you're going to be cooking like 2 to 3 times a week, maybe. But if you can do like a cook where you encompass everything, you'll end up saving money or making more money, because one fire with 2 or 3 different proteins,
yep,
you're saving money on fuel, and that fuel savings, it adds up. But then, there were times when, like that video I made a long time ago talking about, how much money I made over the weekend cooking like a brisket and some change and some pork shoulder. And I had to pay for my PO box and I had to pay for my website or something like that, my URL. Like those are things that people don't talk about when it comes to business. And you don't have those things just yet, but it's one of those things where it's a double-edged sword. In order to gain legitimacy, you have to have a website. In order to gain legitimacy, you have to have a place where people can go and see what it is you're cooking. So, but you can use your Instagram. That's how I did. I use my Instagram. Instagram is visual. It's pictures. Take pictures of the stuff that you make and post it to Instagram. And you live in a major metropolitan area, and the thing that I'll tell you that I told, I tell people all the time is, so you're in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, right?
Yep.
So you can do a search for the hashtag like DFW. And all you do is, I used to sit on Instagram while I was at work on the phone, bullshitting, hating life, basically. And I would search, Baltimore. And I was liking people's pictures in the Baltimore area. And they would come back to my page and see my page. And they're like, oh, man, this guy's got food. And I would constantly post pictures. And they would come back on my page and look at my page. I see Angela's here. Look, I know, right? What up? What up? So let's see. Angela, jump on. Dash needs the help. Oh man, look. Roger says, all rejoice. The moderator Angela has arrived. We are saved. He said, she's over here trying to get her kid to bed. Yeah.
Been there.
I am so glad I'm past that point.
Oh,
so glad.
Wait,
Angela, I was thinking of
an empty nester.
Listen, I'm kind of looking forward to the day, man, because I'm tired of my kids messing shit up around this house. And then my wife fussing at me because I didn't pick up and clean up after the kid. I'm like, yo, they grown. I'm not cleaning up after them.
Look, you watch Friday. You watch Friday how many times?
Man, a lot.
What did he say? What he say he was gonna do?
I wish. I am looking forward to the day when I can be like, get out. Get out.
Gonna be getting
I wish I had kids earlier. I don't have any kids right now, so I'm gonna be like 70 when if I do have kids, where I'll be an empty nester if that ever happens.
Go on and get started. Ain't nothing, Keon. Just go on. There's nothing to
it.
Man, just you can be a sugar grandpa as a daddy. So Scrog says, Dash, have you ever held an event, so to say, to sell various barbecue food? I've never held an event per se, right? And the reason I don't do that is because I still live in and work in the gray area where I'm selling directly to a customer. So and I don't say customer, I say supporter, because the whole thing is I have people who reach out to me when I have certain things and I'm bringing the food directly to them. I don't want to, I won't say get in trouble with, but that's what it is basically with like any health organization, so that's why I'm selling direct. I'm not selling to the public. I'm selling directly to someone. And that kind of allows me to operate in the gray area. But like Angela has helped me when I did food for an event at the kids' school, the boys' school, when they were younger. They had a gala, and at the gala, there were multiple different cuisines where the whole thing was, it ended up being a fundraiser type thing, and people paid for tickets to be able to buy the food. But the whole thing was like, I'm like, okay, I need X amount of dollars in order to pay for the food. And they bought the food, but they were charging extra money for, like, each ticket was worth something, and they got the extra funds. Angela also helped me when I did a dyno day for a car shop way back when. And now that one was one time where I was selling my food kind of. But I much rather the shop or organization or place just buy the food outright and then give it to whomever is attending. Only because I'm not having to deal with the cash on hand, which it adds a whole nother layer of complexity. Because if I'm trying to take orders and give people food and do other things and do this and do that, now the only other time where I've like sold food was, and I won't say only other, but the other time or another time I sold food was at my daughter's school, where they would have a like a fall festival, and I cooked X amount of food for, let's say, 300 to 500 people. I don't remember what the exact number was, but I would do like chicken sandwiches and I would do pulled pork sandwiches. And I had macaroni and cheese, or excuse me, not macaroni salad, and I had coleslaw. And I would get some of the volunteers to help me make cups of coleslaw, and they would make cups of the macaroni salad, and then I would make sandwiches, and I would take the pulled pork and the chicken like in in pans, heat everything up at the school, and then I would get the volunteers to help me make sandwiches, and we wrapped the sandwiches up, and I sold sandwiches. So like we had people at a table who would place orders, and then we had runners come in and say, "Oh, I need 3 pulled porks, 2 chickens." Okay, we'll get the 2 pulled porks or 3 pulled porks and the chickens, and each one got macaroni salad and coleslaw. Boom, we sent it out the door, and that again was another fundraising event where the sales were direct sales to me, but I kicked the school back a percentage of my sales. And like the first time I did it, it was like, all right, I was like, hey, I'm new here. I'm a new parent, blah, blah, blah. I'll give you guys 50% of what I make. And then after that, I was like, listen, this first time, I'm like, I can't give you 50% of what I'm making. Even if I try to jack my prices up to try to give you a little bit of extra, I'm like, no, I can't do that. So I'm like, I'm losing money. My time and stuff is worth more than me giving you a whole bunch of my money. So I gave him like a 70-30 split. I'm like, look, I'll give you 30% of, and after the second time I did it and I told him, hey, look, it's going to be a 70-30 split. They were like, okay, thank you. We're not going to ask you to do that anymore because we're not making enough money on it. I'm like, welcome to my world. But I mean, I don't sell directly to the public.
That's hard to do.
Yeah, and
They
I
make
just
money. And
I
can you
just
imagine
don't.
now with prices?
Yeah.
Man, I'm still seeing briskets like at $70 at Kroger's, man.
So
And
I bought
that's
I
cheap
bought
for
a
here.
I'm about to say brisket cost me $5 a pound the other day when I bought it. I bought a brisket on Sunday. It was a 13-ish pound brisket, and it was $5 a pound, and it ended up costing me like almost $70. It was like $66. I bought it for. And when I cooked it today, I ended up with a yield of about 6 and some change pounds. It was like 6.5 pounds of brisket. Now, luckily for me, I sold 5 of those pounds to one person. So, I mean, I got a guy who was like, hey, man, whenever you have brisket, let me know. I get that all the time. So I said, all right, well, I have some brisket this week. And the whole thing was what was supposed to happen. And, I've told you guys about this before where people will hit me up. Now, I had this chef, all right, a chef in Baltimore. So the brisket I did last week was for the chef. And she said, hey, I was in Ohio, and I think I told you guys about this, where she's like, I was in Ohio, and this guy had some brisket, and he put it on top of a smash burger, and she's trying to do this whole thing, right? She's like, I want to add it to my menu, and yada, yada, blah, blah, blah. She's like, but I don't cook brisket. She's like, I've had your brisket. I want you to, I want you to make this brisket for me, and we can collab on this brisket. And I was like, okay. So I did the brisket for her. Bruh. So mind you, she spoke to me on Wednesday last week, right? And this is all types of stuff that you don't hear about and no one tells you about. So she hit me up last Wednesday about this brisket, like 9 o'clock in the morning. And I said, all right, you know what? Or it was early. I took the brisket out. I had one in the freezer. I took it out of the freezer. I thawed it out quickly, got it started, right? You guys saw me cook it. And I said, I'll have this brisket for you tomorrow. I go to say, I'm like, hey, your brisket is ready. Come and get this brisket. She told me she was going to come and get this brisket. Nothing. When I say silence, silence. So that was Thursday, right? And I'm like, all right, now mind you, she hasn't paid me for the brisket, right? She hadn't, none of that. I'm like, yo, this is somebody who does business, is a small business, you know, she gets it, she understands what I'm going through, right? Luckily, I didn't come out of my pocket any money. Right? I had the brisket here. I bought the brisket during Christmas when I had, I won't say extra funds, but I bought extra briskets because they were on sale and I could buy extra briskets. So I'm like, all right, you know what? It's whatever. So Thursday comes and goes. I put aside what she wanted, and then I had extra brisket. So I take some pictures. When I say I sold that brisket lickety split, people were like, oh my God, man, brisket. I've been waiting for this brisket, blah, 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 blah. And the whole thing was I did it differently because I did chopped brisket. I don't do chopped brisket normally. I do sliced brisket. So I'm like, all right, you know what? Whatever, chopped brisket was easy. I flipped it, sauced it, sold it, right? Put it in half-pound cups and sold it. So I had none of it left. I sold all of it. So Thursday comes and goes, and she still hasn't reached back out. She hasn't replied to my text message. I'm like, yo, this chick ghosted me. Like, what the absolute hell? So I'm like, yo, this is crazy. So Friday, I ended up texting her again later that night. She's like, hey, I still want the brisket, but I'm gonna get it tomorrow. At noon. Tomorrow at noon. So I'm like, all right, Friday at noon. All right, cool. Friday comes. I'm like, hey, actually, I didn't text her. I said, you know what? I'm not putting forth effort. I'm not. So I had 3 pounds of brisket for this lady, right? I'm like, I'm not putting forth effort at all. So finally on Saturday, she hits me up. And she's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. And she tells me she was sick, right? And I'm like, all right, you know what? If you're sick, unless you're dying, you can text me to say, hey, I'm sick. I'll get it tomorrow. Or hey, I'm sick, whatever. So she texts me and it's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I forgot about the brisket. I've been sick, basically, yada yada. I said, all right, look, I'm on my way right now. I go to our house. I say, look, here's your 3 pounds of brisket. It's gonna be $100. So she gives me the $100. I'm like, all right, cool. Leave. On my way home, she calls me and she said, hey, can I get some brisket for tomorrow? Can I get some more brisket for tomorrow? At this point, I'm like, I can't do tomorrow. I said, I'm in my mind. I'm like, I got to work at the range. I'm like, I'm not breaking my neck tonight to go get a brisket right now, to cook overnight, to have it and try to deliver it to you tomorrow. I'm not breaking my neck for you. So I said, I can have brisket for you on Monday. She's like, I want to take, had a brisket sent to my mother, my parents. I said, okay, no problem. I'll cook one for you on Monday, and I will, send you an invoice, do whatever, yada, yada. So I get the brisket on Sunday. I go get the brisket. I'm leaving Costco with the brisket. I stop at the bank, deposit some money at the bank, the money she gave me, and then I send her invoice. Invoice is like, hey, it's a little over $100 or whatever because of the I gave her 3.5 pounds. So it was 100. I told her, hey, look, we'll work something out. $100 for the 3.5 pounds. So I send her an invoice for the 3 pounds of brisket plus delivery to her parents, right? Little over $100. After I bought the brisket, she says, cancel my order. All right, you know what? You don't have to worry about me doing business with you again. Unless you pay my invoice. Unless you pay my invoice up front. I tried to give you a little bit of grace. Yep, she's cut off. She's cut off, right? So mind you, I'm like, yo, this chick, right? I'm like, this chick, yo, no, she didn't. So I said, you know what? Let this be a lesson. Let this be a lesson. I'm like, yo, I broke my own rule, which says that people need to pay me up front. The reason I have that rule about people paying me up front, is for this. I typically don't go and buy food for people until they pay the invoice, right? I got to know you're serious. And once you pay the invoice, if you cancel, I'm charging you something for canceling the invoice, right? But because I didn't have the invoice paid, nothing like that, I'm like, all right, you know what? I'm not going to stress. I said, I know I have somebody else, because the whole thing was, when I got the brisket on Sunday, I talked to somebody at the range who was like, hey man, when you have brisket, let me know. I want some brisket this week. I said, yo, funny enough, I'm going to have some brisket. So I talked to him and I say, you know, if I have some brisket in the middle of the week, do you want some? He's like, yes. Okay, fine. Mind you, the brisket I bought, I was expecting to give her 3 pounds and then sell 3 pounds off to whomever else. So now I'm like, all right, well, I have a whole brisket. So Monday, I'm like, I'm not doing this brisket Monday. Yesterday, I got up and I was like, I'm not doing this brisket today. This morning, like I said, I woke up early. I was like, all right, you know what? Today's the day. I'm going to do this brisket today. I ain't reach out to her. I ain't talk to her. No, nothing. I said, hey, the guy that wanted the brisket, I said, look, I had somebody flake on me. They wanted 3 pounds of brisket, but now I have 6 pounds of brisket. I said, I know when I did a brisket for him last, he wanted 5 pounds of brisket. That was like 3 weeks ago. I said, I know you wanted 5 pounds of brisket. I said, I can put 5 pounds of brisket aside for you. He's like, all right, I'll take 5 pounds of brisket. Boom. That's more than what I need to cover my costs, right? And to put a little extra in my pocket. And I have another pound of brisket left over I can sell to somebody else. I'm like, I'm not dealing with, folks in Baltimore. I'm like, this is why people are like, why don't you sell food on Instagram anymore? Why don't you post on Instagram? Because I'm tired of dealing with people in Baltimore that want to be like, oh, I want brisket, I want beef ribs. You don't want beef ribs, because as soon as I tell you how much they cost, you be like, well, can I get like one rib? No, you buy the whole rack of ribs.
Can I get
No.
one rib?
No, we not. This is not. I'm gonna get you sucker.
rib.
This is not. I'm gonna get you sucker. No, but I'm like,
put the Coke in my hand.
yo, can I get a little bit in my hand? No, man, you got change for 100.
And then you had a whole 100.
Yo, right? Listen, I'm like, man, I'm tired of dealing with people, and here I am like, yo, I'm about to ramp up selling food again so I can make some extra dollars. And this is what I'm hit with immediately. And I'm like, man, people wonder why. I'm like, yo, I focus on catering. I'm focused on cooking for people who want to have events. No, man, I'm not trying to deal with you and you not coming through and paying me. Nah, I'm like, I'm good. Miss me with it.
That's kind of what I kind of thought about one idea of trying to get into it by it's going to take some money to kind of get it built up first. But I thought about the idea of cooking it and then vacuum sealing it.
Yep.
And then as you order it, have it already ready.
That is a good thing to do, but you have to make sure that they are okay with it being vacuum sealed, because I've had people be like, nah, I want it fresh. And listen, you know what's crazy is I have a girl who has ordered so much brisket for me that when I say there were times when I vacuum sealed food or brisket in particular, and I'm like, I'm just gonna throw it in a vacuum seal bag because I'm not worried about selling it right now, and I'll throw it in the refrigerator, and then it'll be like Friday will come up, and I'm like, hey, I have some brisket and some, I have some brisket. It's vacuum sealed. If you want some brisket, I can bring it to you right now. And that's how I would post on Instagram, right? I take a picture of a couple of vacuum seal bags, and she was like, yo, I want all of it. Okay, I'm on my way, right? I bring it to her, and she's like, that vacuum seal worked out better for me because it's just me who eats it. So I can take and take out what I want, versus having to do all of it, at one time. And I'm like, okay, cool. Like, to the point where she ordered food, like the girl ordered food again and was like, hey, can I get like 3 pounds of brisket for my mom? And she wants it vacuum sealed just like you did for me. so that she can, put something in the freezer or put some away and then have some for later. I'm like, sure. Like, I'm not going to turn you down and be like, no, I'm not doing the extra work because you want a vacuum seal. What up, Grumpus? How you doing this evening?
I'm doing good. I need to order 6 wings.
How many wings?
6.
6. So I sell the wings in groups of 10.
I need all right wings.
I'm a left wing guy.
He can do a video and he can show you a rack that's got all the right wings on this side.
I know, I saw that.
All the left wings over here. That's
Yeah.
the prettiest rack, man. That's the prettiest rack, man.
It is. It's a shame to turn them over and mess them up.
I know, right?
But they still be nice and organized when they get turned over.
That's right. They all looking the same way.
How's everybody doing?
Good, man. How you doing?
Good. How you doing?
Doing all right. Got home just a little bit ago
Oh yeah. From dinner or from work?
from dinner.
Oh, okay. So let's see,
Had to take
Angela.
the missus out to eat.
I was talking to Angela about that Dino Day, and it was not 2011. It was like 2013, 2014 when I was doing because I didn't start doing barbecue. I didn't start selling the barbecue until after 2013, 2014. So I know it was at least 2014, 2015. So holy cow, I'm trying to catch up on the comments. Yep. So a small batch in a microwave is what it sounds like to me. Exactly. And that's exactly it, Angela. So what I used to tell her when I would vacuum seal stuff, and this is for you, Keon, is all you have to do is take it and put it in some warm water, like not boiling water, but like some warm water, and all the juices and everything else like that is all contained inside that vacuum seal package. And Grumpus, you'll appreciate this. It was when I got that chamber vacuum I was kind of playing with it, and that chamber vacuum is a game changer. It puts such a good seal on.
It does.
Oh my gosh!
And how much was that one again? I think it was like what, $500 or $600?
It wasn't $300. It was $300 max.
Oh, 300?
And you don't. Yeah.
From him,
gratefully,
it was carry it from the porch to the kitchen.
Yeah. Gratefully, and they, I don't know, Vivor didn't pay me for that one, but gratefully for me, I did not pay for that. And my whole thing was, I was like, what's the big deal? What's the big deal? The big deal is it does seal that much better. It's funny. Taste tester number 1 was he got something not too long ago, and he was trying to vacuum seal it, and he was using my old vacuum sealer, and I'm trying to tell him, I'm like, you have to do it a particular way. You have to put it in a particular way. You have to make the bags extra long because it's really particular about how it works. And he's like, oh, it's not working. It's not working. It's not working. Let me show you. Okay. So like he had a bag that he couldn't get to seal. And I'm like, let me show you. So I go and I'm like, listen, this is what's finicky about it. And that's why I don't use this one as much anymore. Do I still use it? Yes. When I'm trying to vacuum seal something real quick, right? But if I have something that I really want to last a long time, that vacuum sealer is on the side of the house. That container, that cabinet that you see in the videos, that's where the vacuum sealer lives, and that's where the meat grinder lives, on the side of my house. I don't have a place. I'm not TJ. Where's TJ? TJ, where you at? All right. I don't have a whole room where I can put my freaking vacuum sealer and my meat grinder and my sausage stuffer. I don't have that room in my house, right? Maybe with my kids.
Now you can use the food saver bags if you want to put a whole rack of ribs in them.
Yeah.
And you need something longer that won't fit in the chamber.
Yeah.
You can just flip that lip over the edge and close the lid on it, and it'll still suck out of that bag.
Say it again, like on the backside.
Let's say if you wanted to do a whole slab of ribs and you need a longer bag that'll fit in your chamber.
Yes.
Just lay it up, and then close the lid down on the edge. So you're holding the bag outside.
Oh.
Close the lid down on it, and hit that vacuum button, and it'll suck it out just like your Food Saver did.
But it won't seal it. Well, I guess
Sure it will.
unless I put it on the.
You got the Vivor. And
Yes.
the seal's on the back.
Yes.
Oh, okay. See, mine's on the front. So
Oh no.
forget
Okay.
everything I just said.
Okay. Strike it from the record.
But for those of you that have one with sealer in the front, you can do that.
Damn. Scrog said choice brisket is almost always $3.99 at Kroger here.
I did a brisket this past weekend.
Must be nice.
Been in my
Where's the video, Grumpus?
it's been in my freezer I think 4 years. I looked at the price.
I
It was
about to say how much did
it was $1.87 a pound. That whole thing was like $28.
for brisket.
15 pounds
Golly.
almost.
Jeez.
4 years?
Well, it's sealed up. It's not gonna. Man,
It ain't
they're
gonna-
they're up in the Arctic digging up woolly mammoths that still have meat on the bones.
Yeah, but they're
Ain't
not
you seen
smoking
Jurassic
them.
Park?
They're not
You know,
smoking them, though, Grumpus.
But it looked fine once it thawed out, and you're going to trim those edges off anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No, that meat was just as rich. They devoured it. That was one of my better briskets.
Man.
But I couldn't
Dude,
believe
I
the price.
would.
Vicky
I
said, "How old is it?" I said, "I think it's pre-COVID."
Damn.
I've been wanting to do a brisket, but every time I go and look, I pick
Oh,
it
man.
up, look at the label, and go, maybe not.
Yep, the loan didn't go through.
Been here for the past few months,
Yep.
at least a year.
Well, if I'm gonna have to wait on 8 months on that Social Security check, it's gonna take a while before I can buy a brisket.
Man, yeah. So the whole thing is not a restocking fee. So I was talking about how if someone pays their invoice and then they cancel. So the whole thing is I send my invoices through PayPal. PayPal charges a fee for sending the invoice, basically.
Yeah.
And when I return your money, I don't get 100% of your money back, or I don't get 100%. So what PayPal used to do, and I learned this the hard way. So I had an event that I took payment for, and it was unfortunate, but it was an on-site cook, and I had to cancel on this person, right? And the whole reason was I had to cancel because I had a funeral to go to. My niece passed away. And I'm like, hey, my man, I'm so sorry. I have a funeral to attend. The funeral is on the same day that you want to have your event. I do apologize. I'm like, I apologize profusely, up and down, left and right. And I said, is there any other day, any other way we can change the date? And he's like, no, it's kind of set in stone, yada yada. And I'm like, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna have to cancel. I canceled, and PayPal took. I didn't get that whole amount of money. So the whole thing was when PayPal. So let's say I get paid $100, right? Or the invoice is $100. PayPal pays me like 97. Right? Let's just for easy numbers. They charge 90. They pay me 97. Well, when I had to cancel, they gave him back 100, and I'm like, hold up. I didn't get $100.
Something ain't right.
Yo, and let me just say, this event was like a $1,500 event. So it wasn't $3. It was more than that. And I'm like, hold up. What the hell? Where's my money? And PayPal was like, well, when we refund the fee, we refund the fee plus whatever fees that you were charged.
Yeah,
So
administrative fees.
So you have to eat that. And I'm like, what? When did that start? Because I've when people are like, oh, I need to cancel, I need, I'm not going to do the event, and I'm like, oh, okay, here, I'll give you your money back. And PayPal returns, like they charge me what I paid, but PayPal was paying the fees back, right? No, I learned that. It took me one time to learn that lesson. So after that, I'm like, listen, if you cancel on me, I'm charging you 10% of whatever that fee was to cover my costs from doing that transaction, and for me to get a couple dollars in my pocket, because I'll be damned. Because
Well, for all they know is when they placed their order on Wednesday, you bought everything on Thursday.
So, and that's and not even, we're not even going there, Grumpus, because
Well, I mean, it's an administration fee.
yeah, but I hate to say it like that, but the whole thing is I'm pretty upfront with people, and I say, listen, if you cancel, PayPal charges me a fee, and and it's unfortunate that I'm passing this fee on to you, but I have to pay out of my pocket for something that I didn't actually do. I'm not taking the L. I'm not. So there's a 10% fee. That just easy numbers. I'm charging you 10% to cancel, and it makes it easy.
If they know that up front, then they shouldn't squabble.
Well, they won't, but I had to learn the lesson that I had to include that into my original invoice that says, in order to cancel, I need 48 hours notice, and if you cancel, it's going to be 10% of the total cost of your event. So,
I mean, hotels don't feel bad doing it.
Hell no, man. Dude, what's crazy? So, Taste Tester number 2 is getting ready to go to Ghana for a trip for school, and he has to go to he had to go to one of those passport places and get immunizations and other things like that, right? So he made an appointment at one location. Well, this location is like half an hour north. Oh, Linda's back. She's coming to collect Jimmy. The location.
Jimmy, stay out and play.
Yeah, right. Miss Linda.
He won't get dirty.
So the whole thing, I know. Yeah, you can still hear us, but I know I see you're muted.
The street lights are on.
The street lights are on, definitely.
Yeah, that's all right. I'm inside. I'm in the house, so it's good. Trust me, I lived through that.
Me too. Okay. So, But the whole thing was, he made the appointment, but then realized he made the appointment at a location that was in the wrong direction of what he was trying to do, right? So he canceled the appointment and then made another appointment at another location. Well, they charged him $100 a fee. Yo, exactly, Drew. They charged him $100 for cancellation because he canceled less than 48 hours ahead of his scheduled time. And I'm like, listen, I called the place up and I was like, listen, my son had car trouble, okay? And he wasn't able to make the appointment, but he made another appointment. Why did we get charged this fee? We didn't cancel, we just rescheduled. Oh, well, because he wasn't here, and whoever processed it, basically processed it as a cancellation and then did the whole second appointment as another appointment versus rescheduling, right?
Made it look like a no-show.
Correct.
Okay.
So I called and I'm like, this is the problem. I'm not paying $100 for this. And the lady was like, oh, I'm so sorry. What he should have done was this. I said, well, the person he spoke to did that. I said, he told them, hey, I can't make it. I need to reschedule. That right there should say I'm rescheduling and I'm not canceling. But the person took it as a cancellation and did a whole separate thing when they put it in again. The lady said, oh, well, we'll put it towards the cost of the visit when he does the rescheduling. So you won't actually be out the $100. We'll put it toward, we'll kind of credit you the other portion. We'll come to find out the damn shots are like $500. Exactly.
That boy might need to stay home.
Yep.
Well, he's still on task or on track to go to Ghana, and it's an internship that he's doing, and it's in Ghana. So we're trying to be supportive and him go and do all these different things, but damn, it just keep hitting my pocket. Yeah.
That's number 2. Yeah.
Yeah. All right,
You need to
so
find him a girlfriend too. He won't leave.
I was getting ready to
no,
say that.
no,
You read my
uh-uh,
mind, Jimmy.
Yeah.
no. Even so, the thing about
Dash
number
ain't got
two.
room for that.
No, I don't. Hey, y'all,
You'd be,
shit.
Dash should be in the garage full time
He will.
by choice.
There'd be a bunk out there in the garage all summer. You'll hear the
Man,
roar of the fan blowing on him all summer long. Keep cool.
shoot. Listen, so and taste tester number 2 is more of the ladies' man than taste tester number 1 is. And I no, I do not need him to have a girlfriend. All right, no, because Daddy, can I take such and such to some, this place? Can you send me some gas money? Because I don't have any gas. Nope.
I need to
Nope.
borrow the ID for Daddy.
Oh, listen, he's driven it one time, and when that one time I was fit to be tied. Okay, one time, and he drove it to his prom. He drove it to his senior prom, and I'm like, yo, no,
Look, was he back and home before 4 o'clock?
So the thing was, he came.
What it was
What happened?
No.
What
Well,
happened was
he came back because he knew, right? I'm like, yo, bring my car home by this time. If you're going to go and do something else, bring my car back home. So he came back home, brought my car home, and then took his truck to whatever he was going to be doing. That's what happened. So I was fine with that.
See,
So listen,
he's a responsible man. See?
No, I know better. Look, Angela will tell you that taste tester number 2 is me when I was his age. And no, I know the stuff that I would have done. No. All right, so let me read this comment from Steven. So Steven says, my daughter Jacqueline started a small sideline crochet business, and I told her make sure to collect 70% of your money first before buying the material, and that rule applies to everybody. So, it's one of those things, Steven, when you are just starting out, you can't afford to have everyone pay up front. And that's just, it's an unfortunate way of business where you have to get yourself established and you have to grow your business and make your business. And then you can get to the point where you can have people pay up front. But it's not as easy sometimes. Let's see. Angela says exactly. She needs a contract for any custom things too. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry about the live stream. I mean the ads on the live stream, guys. But listen, it makes a lot of sense. Cracking the seal on a newer bottle, Jack Daniel's Heritage Toasted Barrel. Nice. Dash is going to start using the firm to finance his next brisket purchase. Listen, Roger, you have no idea, man. Yeah, same reason why stores charge fees for bounce checks. Yeah. Look, Chris says, can we talk sandwiches again? Yeah. Taste tester number 2 has always been popular. Agreed. Yeah. Ooh, no. So taste tester number 2 has always been more. Taste tester number 2 junior. No. We don't want that. We have enough with taste tester number 2. Let me just tell you. So taste tester. There's Jimmy. I'm sure you've heard this. If you'd have had the second child first, there might have not have been a second.
That's right.
The way George is laughing.
That's right.
The way George is laughing.
But listen. There's a tag to that.
Yeah.
If you'd had grandchildren first, you'd have never had children. Trust me.
I'm definitely not there yet. I mean,
It's coming.
no.
Keep
Might be
breathing.
sooner than you think.
Keep breathing. It happens. You just
I'm knocking on wood. No. Yeah, I'm taking my time. I told my kids I don't want to be a grandchild. I don't want to be a grandfather until I'm 50.
Granddaddy Dash. Got a ring to it, doesn't it?
I'm the grandpappy.
Yep, Dash Pappy.
Pappy
I actually
Dash.
kind of like that. Dash Pappy.
Pappy, no, but Pappy Dash. Pappy Dash got a better ring. Pappy Dash.
I don't know. That's a little too southern for me.
Nah, Pappy Dash. That'll work. Pappy Dash.
Like all of my
There
my
you go.
grandfathers, my grandfather was granddad, and then my other grandfather was pop. So, and you know it's crazy. So my kids call my wife's dad Pop. So I call him Pop,
Okay.
right? So I'm
Yeah.
like, yo, Pop, I need this, or Pop, I need that, yada yada. So, but he's
Well,
been Pop. He's been Pop for
I've
me for a while.
I've got the other southern name. It's
Papa
it's
or
Papa.
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 That's not too southern.
Papa. Yeah.
Hmm.
Papa Dash. That's not too bad. And see, the thing is, it's not like granddad, which really sounds old. Papa.
So Papa
is not too bad.
You know what's funny, right? So my mother-in-law did not want to be a grandma, right? So when my
Yeah.
oldest niece, it was time for her to start. My mother-in-law was like, oh, she wanted to be called. She wanted to be called something, and it didn't work out. And my oldest niece started calling her Muma. So it
Well, there
has
you go.
stuck. It has stuck.
It will.
And
Whatever
and
they decide is
Yep.
gonna stick.
Yep. And the whole thing is like one of my best friends, his granddaughter, he used to call, or she used to call,
Oh boy, look.
she used to call his wife, it was like Bobo or something like that. Like he was Elmo and she was Bobo, or like it was they were Elmo and Bobo, basically was the name for the grandparents.
What do you think Linda got out of the grandchildren?
I don't know.
Nina.
Like Nilla wafers?
Nina.
Nina.
Ninna. Nina. That was out
Okay.
of Linda. Nina.
Oh, okay. All right. I mean,
Then first grandchild picked it out. That's the way it worked.
mm.
And of course,
So Rogers started talking about sandwiches. He said he would love a Monte Cristo from Bennigan's. You know what's funny? My wife really
never had
loves.
one.
My wife really loves the Monte Cristo. She used to get it from, and I don't think it was Bennigan's, but she used to get it from like Ruby Tuesdays or somewhere. And now Cheddar's sells a Monte Cristo that she likes and gets.
And-
When we go to Florida, there's a Cheddar's that we go to, and she'll get
and
the
what's
Monte
in it?
Cristo. It's
what's in
ham. It's chicken, ham, and cheese, and it's fried.
it? Oh,
Yeah. So the whole thing is just like it's chicken.
Don't they dip it?
Yeah, it's battered and fried. So,
Yeah, my sandwich, I gotta have them cold.
Chris said, "Don't tell me to stop complaining because I'm not. If I have to forego Washington head, I'm gonna let them know every time I see it, and that's fine." So, I've talked about this in the past, and the whole thing is this, right? I appreciate you guys hanging out here, but the thing is, when the live streams happen, there's no ad revenue coming from you guys watching this thing live. And the ad revenue happens when you guys watch it later. So there was only like Keon watching it later and Bumpy watching it later. So they would get the ads like a normal video. Well, now StreamYard has integrated the ability to make the ads during the live stream. And I have it balanced where there's not as many ads because I can definitely turn the ads up. If you want me to turn the ads up, I can turn the ads up.
Watch more ads in live stream.
Listen. Yeah.
Are there any more Bennigan's around?
I don't know.
They've all closed down around here.
I don't think we ever had any here.
I've heard.
Yo, the damn it's listening because I put in Bennigan's and the second result was Bennigan's Monte Cristo sandwich. Let's see. Bennigan's American Fare, Irish Hospitality. So let's see. Locations. Yeah, they're still around. Domestic locations. So Illinois, North Dakota, Texas, Idaho, and Idaho. Bennigan's on the fly. It looks like a lot of California. There's some Florida, Athens, Greece, Athens, Georgia, Duluth, Georgia, Indiana, Illinois, Indiana, Kentucky, Nevada, New Jersey. There's a Bennigan's in Franklin, Montville, Marlboro Township. So that I know Marlboro Township is close to Philly. But and then
None
international.
in South Carolina.
No, none in South Carolina.
No.
Bahrain, Cyprus, Mexico, Doha, Qatar, Del Carmen, Mexico, El Salvador, and then it says they're opening new Bennigan's. So El Salvador, Honduras, Guatemala, Nicaragua, Pakistan, Vegas, and then another one in Marlboro Township, New Jersey, and San Francisco.
I thought they were going to belly up.
I mean, you're with friends at Bennigan's.
My daughter lives in Marlboro.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, let's see. It hold on, let me look back. Now it says Bennigan's on the fly, so I'm not sure. Marlboro Township. This one says 128 South Main Street, Marlboro Township. Ithaca, New York, Irving, Texas, Washington State.
Where's my favorite Canuck?
Yeah, right. I haven't.
Notice I didn't say her name.
I
didn't say her name.
Shut up.
I didn't
Shut
say
up.
it.
I'm about to say we haven't seen her in a while. Unfortunately,
That's true.
I feel like I might have to reach out to her on Facebook. Like, where you been?
We may have to hit her up and say, what's going on?
If someone says shenanigans one more time,
Shenanigans.
Well, there you go.
Hey, if they shenan once, they gonna shenan again.
Oh, that's a dad joke.
Yeah, he's ready for Papa now.
He is. He's getting there.
Dad jokes. You notice there's no granddad jokes. There's just dad jokes. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm cool with the dad jokes. All right, because I'm there with the dad jokes. I can.
It's just training for the other.
Yeah. When you're a pawpaw, they just roll their eyes.
Yeah.
They roll my eyes. They roll their eyes now. So you know what's funny?
It gets better.
So you know, today is tax day, right? So I saw a post, like a memory from Facebook, and I from a few years ago, and I commented to my wife. I'm like, oh, I finished the taxes, and I was like, oh my gosh, my head hurts. I said I had a headache after doing my taxes, and my wife says to me, was it taxing? and, and I just had to laugh, right? And that was the whole thing was, I'm like, and the whole thing, I'm like, oh my gosh, my head hurts after doing my taxes. And I told my wife, and she says, was it taxing? And I said I just had to laugh. Like, I just had to laugh. That's what you do. But laugh. Like Roger says, bad time to be opening something in Pakistan. Yeah, you might be right there, Roger. He says no places I'll be anywhere soon. Chris said he picked the wrong week to stop sniffing glue.
Wow, he's dating
Not
himself.
too late. I'm about to say it's not too late.
Yeah, he's dating himself. Wow, that's an old one.
Yeah, definitely wouldn't want to be anything with a fly in Pakistan. Yeah. I want to say I can't see Angela going to Pakistan, but you never know. Never know. Man, oh man. Scrog says you're still a dad when you're a granddad. Thanks, Captain Obvious.
Still don't like my granddaddy. That just made me think about that song. There's a song to the Granddaddy by Cupid. It's a line dance song.
Your Texas is showing because I don't think I know that one.
What I do?
I don't know.
What I do, Chris?
I'm about to say we're gonna have to wait for him to circle back and tell you what the problem was. Oh my gosh. Whew. This has definitely been an entertaining live stream tonight. I say it, and I do definitely mean it. I thank you guys for hanging out. I'm gonna try to make it until midnight, but oh my gosh, we got 23 minutes to go. Oh boy,
Speaking of granddad, when's the last time you had some old granddad?
I had some old granddad not too long ago. I was looking for it because I think I told you I saw a video on YouTube and it was talking about how old granddad and like Eagle Rare and other things were made by like the same company. And the old granddad was the same recipe as something else that was higher cost, but the old granddad was cheaper. And it basically was talking about how certain bourbon manufacturers make like the same bourbons in the same place, and then they just label them differently. And I was like, okay, save me money. But I had some, or at least I was looking for it. I don't think I actually found it, but I was looking for it.
Dang. Yeah, I tried to find it. I can't find it. At least I don't think I can. Now watch, I'll find it later on when I don't need it.
Scrog says, which old granddad? I want to get the 114, but not sure. Yeah. I think it was the higher proof. It was at least 100 proof. Oh, you know what? Did I find it? No, I found something else that was barrel and bond. Yeah, because when you get the barrel and bond, they verify the proof so that you can know that it was verified as far as being a higher proof spirit. Listen, Roger, I've definitely had Old English on this live stream within like the last year and a half.
Yeah, I remember you had a 40.
I did, and I may have had made more than one. But every now and again, I'll go to the liquor store or a beer store actually around here, and I'm like, you know what? I'm getting old E today. That I won't say reminds me of my childhood, but reminds me of when I was old. Reminds me of when I was younger than 21, going to places buying beer. Because I had friends. Yep, all of that beard, man. All of this beard. I had friends that were older than 21, and I used to go into the liquor store or beer and wine store with them, and then the people got to know me, and they never carded me, like never.
Yeah. I'm
Never.
home. I take a Coke 45 and put it in the spaghetti.
What?
Yeah. She even gave it to us as kids, put it in our baby bottles.
So speaking of my oldest niece, I remember being at my sister-in-law's house, and at the time, I don't know. No, she wasn't pregnant. So my sister-in-law, she was having a party at her house, and my niece she was being a bugaboo. She was just mommy, 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 right? So my sister-in-law said, you know what? She said, hey, come take a sip of this. My niece was like, ooh. So she took a sip, and she took more, and she took another sip. So after 2 or 3 sips, she's like, okay. She's like, all right, go ahead back to bed. Man, my niece came back downstairs half an hour or so later, like, mommy, I don't feel so. I was like, oh, and it was red. It was red liquid that she gave her on top of whatever else she ate that night, and it went everywhere. And I was just like, oh, I'm so glad I don't have to deal with that.
No joke.
Man, Coke 45, Swiss smoked liquor, especially when they came up with the gold label that was like 13% alcohol.
Man. I don't know. He didn't give us guidelines. Guidelines about what? Watching the whole ad. I mean, you can watch it until it says skip. Listen, I'm appreciative. So Scrog says I used Wild Turkey 101 for the whiskey sours earlier. Nice. Listen, I'm a fan, and I have Marcus to thank for this because Marcus drinks. He drinks a turkey and Coke, and when I was there with him the last time, I was drinking turkey and Diet Coke or turkey and zero, Coke Zero when I could find it, but it was usually a turkey and Diet Coke. And if you want to piss Marcus off, you get him a turkey and Diet Coke. That will piss him off to no end.
Good to know.
No end. If you want to poke that bear, order that man a turkey and Diet Coke.
That's a specific smell, wild turkey, that I can't even crack the bottle and smell it.
Really?
My boss, when I was 16 years old at a Belk's, we worked in the men's department, on Christmas Eve gave me a bottle of wild turkey. And a friend and I decided we were going to knock that out. And a couple of hours later, I went home and I had totally forgotten my parents were having a Christmas Eve party. So half the town was there. I formulated a plan to get from my car to my bedroom, and I made it. Sat down.
How did you get from your job to home?
Yeah, well, you've been in my town. It's 2 minutes.
You teleported?
No, I didn't teleport. I Chevelle-ported.
Okay.
But anyway, I lay down on the bed, big globe on the ceiling going like this. So what do you do when that happens? You put one foot on the floor, right? Remember that, Grumpus?
Yeah.
You put one foot on the floor. Well, guess what?
You're halfway there.
It still was doing this. So I put the other foot on the floor. I jumped up, ran down the hall. The guest bathroom door was closed, but it wasn't locked.
Oh,
I opened the door, dove toward the toilet, and there was one of our neighbors' wives sitting on it at the time. She stood up, and I went between her knees. I had her hung there, pants and panties around her ankles, and she couldn't get up and run because I had her pinned. Let me tell you something.
oh my goodness!
That woman is still alive.
And she still tells the story.
She would rather spit at me than look at me. I mean, I was 16 years old at the time, and I've gained a few birthdays since then. And that woman has never forgotten and never forgiven me for that Christmas Eve. Yep.
What,
Oh,
did she
man.
get the Kruger on?
It was awful. Her husband was there too. Fortunately, he didn't come beat the crap out of me, but I mean, that was the closest deposit point that I had right there.
You
And
couldn't
since
find a
then,
trash can.
I can't. No. I had toilet on the brain. I went straight for the closest one, and it just happened to be occupied. It just did.
Should have locked the door.
Yeah, should have locked the door. That's exactly right. I'd have had to go another room down the hall to get to a different one. But yep, and like I say, that God, and that woman must be almost 90 years old now. But
How dare you?
oh, I know, right?
Man,
But
man.
I cannot look at a bottle of Wild Turkey or even smell it without remembering that occasion. That's
my
what that
goodness.
was. Now, so you've gotten
Oh yeah,
you've
that's
gotten
a
a
core
50
memory.
You've gotten a 50-year-old story
Man,
out of Wild Turkey. Yep.
man, listen. When I say Marcus, he loves Wild Turkey. He loves Wild Turkey more than he likes Malort.
Oh
And
my goodness.
bruh, yeah, he definitely will Wild Turkey it up. But the thing is, it's so funny. Like I said, when I was there, the bartender one of the times we had the drinks, and I was like, oh, I'll have what he's having, or they would go in like certain places they knew him, and they're like, you want your usual? Yep. And I'll say I'll have what he's having, but I'll have a diet and not regular Coke. Somebody mixed up our drinks. He was hot.
I'll bet.
Hot. I can't. Oh, and then he told me he was somewhere. He was traveling somewhere, and somebody gave him a diet, a turkey and diet. He said he cursed that man up and down, left, right, front, center. I was like, oh my goodness, like Marcus, it's not that big of a deal. To him, yeah, it was a big deal. Scrog said we've used whiskey before on our babies when they were teething, rubbed it on their gums. Yep. So we did brandy. We didn't do whiskey, but we did brandy when the kids were young, or at least when Taste Tester number 1 was young. What is the Piso sour?
Huh?
Look out.
I know. Shush. We got 12 minutes.
We've done pretty good till midnight the last several Wednesdays.
We have. And I don't know how I've made it because, oh my god, last week to midnight was because I was cooking and I was like, all right, I'm trying to get to midnight before I pull this thing and take it in the house. Then I proceeded last week to sleep through my alarm that I set, and I woke up and that brisket was overdone. But the good thing was I was chopping it up, so I won't say it didn't make a difference because it didn't make a difference. letting them
Well,
go beyond the slicing temperature actually helped it out.
you have definitely acquired video watchers and subscriptions
Oh,
from the Thursday morning crew because they all ask the same question
how
every
late did
Thursday.
Dash keep you up?
That's exactly right.
Oh man, I'm
Yep.
sorry.
What
Look,
y'all do last night? Let's see.
Man, listen, it was
Something.
yeah, dude. That's what's funny because there are times when I'm like, what did we talk about? Like every now and again, Mrs. Dash will say, "What did you guys talk about last night?" And I'm like,
know.
I don't.
I'm not sure.
There was a screwdriver involved somewhere.
I say anything and everything.
Keon, you funny? Keon watched the stream from last week. He's, why didn't you put the screw back in there again? The reason is because I felt like I was gonna pull the screw came pretty much completely out. So I'm like, all right.
I had to do
Well,
something like that before, so I just put the screw back in again and then pulled the rest of it out.
man, I don't. All right, let's see. This is gonna be the last one. Anybody? So I can see the count. Keon got jokes. That's okay, Keon. That's okay. I'm gonna be here. All right. You know what, Keon? I'm gonna open up my beer and sip my beer and say cheers, Keon. Cheers.
Well, Dash, I have a question. All right. So I've got my phone running. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
There's a like on the phone. When I come on this on the laptop and then I cut off YouTube, is this counting as a view on StreamYard?
So I don't 100% know, right? What I end up doing is I have a second and a third, but I have a second YouTube channel. I open the second YouTube channel and let it stream on the second YouTube channel in the background. I don't know how it is affected from your phone.
Well, what I'm asking is, does it count when we leave YouTube to go on StreamYard?
Mm-mm. So the four of you, I don't think it's actually a view because you're on StreamYard.
Right.
The views happen on YouTube.
That's why I've got it running on my phone. Okay.
All right.
Yeah,
That should be helpful.
On a separate window.
Nice. That should be helpful. I hope it's helpful because I couldn't tell you. It's not like YouTube shares the numbers. Were like, this is what did to earn you. Oh boy, what's Grumpus got going on? Hold on.
There you are live. That counts, right?
It does.
Never.
That's
I've
on
never
YouTube.
put or had an egg in my whiskey sour.
Huh?
So they were talking about whiskey sours and Chris or Scrog.
But an egg?
Yeah,
Okay.
egg white.
Grumpus, you keep it running and just kill the audio on YouTube.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I just mute it.
Yeah.
Yep, that's what I did.
That's exactly what I do. The only
Yeah,
problem.
Just mute it.
Oh yeah.
Or this way.
That's exactly what I do. I just mute it. Let's wait for Grumpus to point to this corner, and then he points to that corner.
was muted. Let me see.
Yo, it's so funny the inception of the videos right now. Oh goodness.
And that
7 minutes. Oh my gosh, I'm. Ooh.
I think you'll
Grumpus,
make
is
those
that
ducks.
that's not a cheap gadget hanging in front of you either.
Mm-mm.
The
As
man got
Dutch
some money
Studio.
in his little spot.
not anymore. I had to buy this.
Speaking
Yeah.
speaking of,
Yeah.
have you guys seen the new DJI Osmo Pocket 4?
No, sir.
No? It's coming. So the camera that I've been using for the last 2 years or so has been the DJI Pocket 3. And they have a newer version of Pocket 4, and it'll be announced tomorrow. Well, they're gonna finally show it tomorrow. There have been leaked images for months now, but it's updated. The Pocket 3 is being updated, so there's now Pocket 4. But then there is a Pocket 4 Pro version that's going to be coming, and I don't know how much that camera is going to cost, but if I can find a way,
What does it
it'll
do
be more
different?
than that.
Well, are you not getting that from DJI to do collabs with them?
No,
That's
not
about
DJI.
the reason.
Not DJI. I've gotten Insta360. Hold on. I got Insta360. I got Rode, but the whole thing is they're like scams.
That's what I've been thinking. That's why I haven't even answered.
I've been deleting them honestly. So this is my.
And,
so I've gotten
and
Insta360, Latour lighting, and so Vivor reached out. Hey, we're interested. Food warmer.
That's your vacuum sealer people, right?
Yeah. So I don't know why I didn't reply.
And send them.
I don't know. I need to reach out to them because I would be interested in. Oh, I know why. Because so it was a food warmer, right? But it was it was a low. Hold on, I'll show you guys. Let's show. We're going to present, share screen. What do you like? I'm sure it's the comments. Let's do entire
So
screen.
the camera cost you less than a prime brisket.
Oh God!
Really?
Where is it? Here it is.
Maybe that's why.
All right. So this is the warmer. Can you guys see that?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
For sides.
If anything, I would like the actual like a warmer. The
are those
what's the name?
like
an auto sham
pans, quarter size pans.
It's something you can carry your briskets over.
Yes, I could finish my brisket or just hold them, hold them.
Yeah.
I like a proofing oven almost. That would be a game changer because if I could say, okay, I'll start a brisket and let the brisket sit in the smoker for 5 or 6 hours and then throw it into the warmer for however many hours, and then I don't have to babysit it. Like I can say, okay, I can start a brisket at, let's say I started at 10 o'clock in the morning, and then I pull it at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and then throw it in there, and then it'll be ready like that next morning. That's a game changer for me, but I don't have to really hold things, but I could use that warmer to reheat things, but it's going to be that much slower. But the thing is, I would have a higher capacity, hopefully, if it were big enough. So. All right, let's try to catch up on these comments. Pisco sour made with pisco, a great brandy, lime juice, simple syrup, egg whites, and Angostura bitters. Oh my gosh, y'all have been having a. Yeah, Angela says she mutes the video when she's on StreamYard. Yep. That's funny. Yeah. So here, don't like going downstairs. See what it's from. I subscribed to Netflix today only with the intention for a month. I want to download the app on my iPad and basically said my iPad is too old. Yeah. Yes, the Steam table warmer. Yeah. I want the cabinet warmer. That's exactly it. So that's why I so Scrog, if I have a big enough event, I can't use the oven. And what I did when I had a bigger event, the last big event that I had, I actually brought the food back out and put it into the cabinet to reheat everything, and it worked fantastically. I reheated everything, throw it into the Cambros, and then was, about my business on my way to the event. So it worked out great. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and end this. We are almost at 3 hours. By the time I say goodbye to everyone, it'll be 3 hours. Oh, this guy, like I have in my Vaseline. this guy. What do we call that room, TJ? Like,
it's called the flex.
Do you know what? Yeah, the flex room. You're absolutely right, Grumpus, because he weird flex, but okay. Because he definitely did flex. Like, you mean my room that I have? All of the extra things that I have? This guy, man. Listen, I want to say thank you guys, as always, for hanging out, watching the videos. I know it seems like you guys are the ones that are watching the videos, and sometimes I make the videos pretty much for you guys who are here. Yeah. Chris says, good night, folks. Good night, Angela. Angela says, night all. TJ said, I call it my studio, but I like flex room. Damn it, Grumpus. Nuevo and yeah. Good night, everyone. All right, listen. Thank you guys so very much for hanging out. I am going to go to bed and go lay down and crash.
Be a dash crash.
It is going to be a dash crash because it's been a long day and I am like struggling. Jeez.
And I got to be
all right.
So, whew, yeah.
Yeah, but it's only 11 o'clock there.
Yeah, still haven't ate yet though. Other than some ice cream. I'll figure it out.
Maybe I'll say maybe I'll go up the street to 7-Eleven and get some ice cream my damn self. No, I'm going to sleep.
Butter pecan.
What'd you say, George? Yeah, I'm going to bed.
Homemade vanilla with melted peanut butter.
Bed is going to taste so much better. Bed is going to taste so much better than ice cream because if I eat ice cream right now, it's just going to keep me up that much later.
Jackie Sugar up.
That too. I wasn't even going there. I was waiting for someone else.
So, if you dump enough Kahlua on it, you'll go to sleep.
That is true. That is definitely true. All right. Steven says, good night, all. Thank you, Steven, for hanging out. Definitely appreciate you. TJ says, good night. All right. We are over the 3-hour mark. And, fantastic. Thank you so very much for hanging out with us tonight. I definitely appreciate you. Jimmy, George, Grumpus, and Keon. Much love. And we'll do this again next week.
See ya.
Yay. Sound like a plan.
All right. Peace.
All right. See you guys.
Yep. And we're